get cracking. Do you, Robbie or Slurms, or one of you guys want to give a pitch?
Yeah, let me just retweet.
I totally can.
Or do you want me to do it?
I mean, I was told it's Black Friday, a perfect purchase, and
sorry. Yes, not for the game. Who cares about the stupid game?
No, the charity, homie. The charity.
The charity. Yes.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me just retweet all this out.
And while he's doing that,
You know, this is an old person thing, because I did the same thing when I was doing my live streams. I would like constantly interrupt my own live stream and be like, "Hold on, I gotta go like retweet this thing out. Where the hell is the tweet button?
I don't
Like,
know how to
where's the
use all
post
these-
button?" Like,
yeah.
That
All
was
these
me when I went
technologies.
live today. I'm like,
You should see.
Like, I know I gotta start playing, but I gotta go do all this. Okay, so this weekend we have our 7th annual Gaming4Guts charity streaming marathon event. Started earlier today. We're going until Sunday or Monday. I think Sunday at some point. So we're raising money for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, and we got several milestones, most of it involving me this weekend for fundraising. And
Because I'm not
tonight
a
we're doing
fool.
Dungeons and Dragons, which apparently has
Is
its own
a-
set of milestones for your guys' fundraiser that's going to affect us or something.
yeah, where can we see those? What are some of these milestones? Some of
I
these
don't think
zany
so.
milestones that you
So-
referred to here.
Yeah,
So at-
it's a bunch of secret Kenku-related incentives.
That's what I saw when I went and looked, because Robbie told me about it, and I went and looked at those ones, and I'm like, well, I can't figure those ones out. The ones for like the overall Gaming4Guts, like if we get to $2,500, I'm gonna whipped cream pie myself in the face, and then if we hit $5,000, I'm gonna wear an inflatable T-Rex suit. So we'll see what happens this weekend, and then they
Amazing.
just kind of get crazier and crazier after that.
Yeah,
See, I
well-
learned you set the totals really high, or you end up in a baby metal outfit. Which
You don't wanna
there's-
have
No,
to-
you set the totals low, so you increasingly get, more fun, zany things to do.
Yeah.
I
keep
said the baby
hype
metal
train rolling.
as a joke, and Brad posted it.
Mhm.
Like, if we get this much, we're all dressing up in baby metal.
Yep.
And one of the moms is like, "You're dancing, boys," and dropped the money down. And I was like, "Fuck."
Nice. Nice. That's dedication to the craft.
Yes.
Bop, bop. Oh, someone messaged me on Twitch. I don't look at that stuff. I assume that's someone
we
from
see
work.
Stefan.
So, oh no, it is. It definitely is. It's Mike, one of the mics. What up, dude?
Here's the map
Yeah.
for
So we
people.
have I posted the link. We have our own little incentives for the one shot. If you want to vote on whether the party should ultimately succeed or fail, you can do that as well. So there's dollar amounts attached to each.
Where is that at?
There's on that Tiltify campaign, right? You can
Oh, okay.
hit the poll. Just like polls at the top of the screen, right under the green donation bar, and it'll you have a success or a failure option. So definitely
Oh,
reserving
sorry.
my donation so I can swing that in the whatever way I want at the end of the game.
Oh, God.
But that's the secret to DMing, is you just change the rules and do whatever you want.
I'm torturing you
Well, cool.
guys, but it's for charity.
It is exactly that. It's fine to torture people when it's for a good cause.
Should I not look at what the incentives are, because it'll be
I didn't-
funnier
no,
if I don't?
I specifically didn't write like what they are just to not spoil them. But basically, each interaction with a Kenku is going to be incentive related, right? Whether they make it out of this adventure alive or not.
Oh, amazing.
But one of the players is pro Kenku, so is that going to be an issue?
You know, that's okay. We'll figure
Hi,
it out.
I'm very pro Kenku.
That pro Kenku better donate some money then.
Yeah,
I donated to.
want to stay alive, you got to pony up.
I'm pro Kenku and buffalo sauce. Come on.
Yeah, that
I
will
gonna-
when a Kenku thing happens, right after we experience the event, then I will note like, oh hey, that was an incentive, and this is what it was. So yeah, we got incentives all the way up to $1,000, and that would be just delighted if we could get there. We will see.
I was gonna turn Nas into a Kenku with a deal with the devil, and it never came up.
You never know.
What's the amount that removes the Kenku option from Robbie's D&D Beyond? I will donate that. Whatever it is. You just tell me what it is. I'll get my pocketbook.
That feels like that should be one of the main campaign incentives, right? If we reach
$1 million.
if we reach $1 million, shoot, I'll just say it now. I'll commit to it for Robbie, right? If we reach $100,000, Robbie can never play a Kenku ever again.
Oh, poor Robbie.
That's
But I have the hero forge of him right here. Like,
yeah. Well,
like,
I mean, do you
Should've
want the
thought of that.
$100,000, Robbie?
like,
We'll make you burn it for $100,000. If we get to $100,000, you will have to burn that.
I'll drive over to Chicago myself with a can of gasoline.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Thank you.
all right. Well, we better get started before this goes completely off the rails. Hey, welcome to the Gaming4Guts Crohn's and Colitis Foundation D&D One Shot. I'm your Dungeon Master, Matt Zimmerman. I would say I'm probably the 5th or 6th best Matt Dungeon Master out on the internet. Definitely top 10.
Yeah,
So-
I would agree. Definitely top 10. Like maybe 7-ish.
Okay, let's not talk about who's ranked where. Yeah. But yes, this is a sort of lighthearted comedy D&D session. The theme is essentially a magical department store.
For anyone wondering,
Hence the little bit of bossa nova we got going in the background.
Bagel's paid for the rights to that.
So this is the perfect purchase, right?
Everyone to know.
Not so subtle play on Best Buy, but the one-stop shop for all your magical needs throughout the land, right? This is a favorite home for discount spell components, magical crystals, all sorts of interesting things. So we'll introduce each person as we get to them.
That's what we're
however,
going with.
the scene for our adventure is the backdrop of the darkest of retail holidays, the blackest of Black Fridays.
I have
So
Baby
this
Yoda
is
somewhere.
a truly horrendous retail holiday. Hordes of crazed citizens,
They make it, they
drunk
made it.
with the lust of materialism and desire for shiny new objects, descend on the store. And as a company in business to serve our customer and make money, we are only too happy to provide them an outlet for their gold pieces during this fervor. Now, staff casualties in the range of 30 to 40% are considered acceptable. Most employees at the store have signed away their rights to sue for damages, or an impartial arbiter appointed by the company will mediate any disputes.
Yeah, we don't.
So,
There's no OSHA here.
unfortunately, yeah, it is what it is. But so the way that it works, right? The store is, we'll say, magically enhanced to sort of produce this frenzy of buying, right? The accounting wizards and the marketing wizards all come out. They enchant the entryway, and all of the customers are sort of driven into this magical frenzy of
Oh, we
buying.
weren't told about that.
So this is where we would normally start the adventure. However, we're going to actually start 21 hours into this 24-hour extravaganza. And by this time, the store is a cratered, smoking wasteland. Most of the lights are either burned out, little fires burning everywhere. The employees and departments have long scattered. The store itself is reduced to a few sort of safe zones and a large Badlands-style area where roving gangs of insane customers
Thanks
and
for-
bandits
Oh, Jesus. I have Kappa on.
make life very treacherous, right?
Kappa was still on. Sorry about that.
So
guys.
I'm going
Well,
to
it's very
I'll post it in
festive.
Discord, and Robbie, you can show it on the
Okay.
stream. But we've got a lovely new map So I think you showed the initial one.
That's not that. That's not it.
Da, da, da.
It's all wrestling stuff. It's hilarious.
It's all wrestling themed. Yeah, I'll post that in D&D Online so you can see it. Where is it?
This is me researching
Yeah,
my
here we go.
character. We can all watch this for a while.
So the Blackest Friday. You'll see on this map,
Oh Jesus!
which over the last
Let's-
sort of hellish 21 hours of absolute insanity, you guys
spent no
would have
expense.
constructed this map, maybe written in your own blood. Who knows? But the large Badlands section of the city sort of splits. Checkout City, right? The main fortified front area of the store. And then there's
me
also
see if I can do this
Skytown,
right.
which is like there's this sort of system of catwalks and rigging and stuff up in the sort of upper areas of the store,
There.
where people
Look
have
at
like
me all being
piled up enough
fancy.
stuff that they can climb up there and made like a haven sort of above the ceiling. And then you see there's the night cloaks, which is where most of the night shift employees have holed up. And then a few brave hunters will rove the wastes of the Badlands. And there is a little camp set up on the sort of far east side of the store. So we
My
join
area
this
is crossed
scene.
out,
The camera
'cause I
sort
was
of
right here.
pans through this smoking, cratered wasteland. And we see a haggard group of bandaged and bloodied adventurers, all sort of huddled around a little trash barrel with a fire in it. And that's where you guys are going to come in. So what we're going to do, as you each gaze into the flame and reflect upon the mistakes of the last day, we'll sort of do a little flashback scene for each of you and have a little introductory moment. So first up, we see we pan over to the adventuring goods department. This is the sort of outfitters. Think like a Cabela's, right, or a sporting goods store, like one of those big things. Has a big, tall statue in the center. Sort of the stereotypical adventuring party, right? There's like the dwarf fighter guy with an axe. There's an elf wizard with a staff. There's some
My
sort of
department.
archer with a bow. All sort of entwined in this very like ornate decorative statue. And all around are all sorts of gear for any sort of adventuring you can imagine, right? This is the common items that every good adventurer needs. 50 feet of rope, you need a tent, you need a bedroll, you need all that good stuff. So this is the place to get it, right? And there's like little displays set up with little like fighting rings where you can try out the latest swords and you can try out all
There's
the
my
different pieces
pally.
of gear. So we zoom in on Gary Schultz. And Robbie, if you want to describe your character, now's the time.
He is a giant Leonin, so lion man, that really likes wrestling and tormenting the kobolds that are in the store and anyone else. So he'll probably enter scene jumping off the top rope or top shelf of something and body slamming a kobold.
We'll give you that. We will give you that chance. So yeah, you would, and this is for like in this sort of joke setting for anyone watching. The kobolds are sort of like the like the rowdy teenagers that harass the store staff. Usually like wearing their little leather jackets and smoking, committing acts of vandalism. But for some reason, no matter how many of them you shoo out of the store or injure or kill, they just seem to keep coming back. So there's maybe some sort of kobold infestation. But yeah, Gary, you sort of your hulking lion form, right? You're working the floor tonight for the big Black Friday or Blackest Friday, the most evil Friday. And then you sort of hear, right? You hear like the commotion. The gates of the store are raised. You hear like hundreds or thousands of customers with their little shopping carts, wheels squeaking and metal clanking and bashing into one another as they jostle like a horde of people descend upon the store. And you start to see as the adventuring department is basically in the front of the store near the checkout, like everyone just heads right in. They start unloading the shelves, grabbing equipment, just like filling their carts with stuff. And you have sort of been you're sort of guarding like the I love that we have a cat visitor. Hello, Slurm cat. So you're sort of guarding the little more pricey items, some of the advanced adventuring gear or the magical weapons. And so you're kind of the muscle, right? You're keeping a close eye out for kobolds. And as this sort of horde descends, you see Celine. There's a tabaxi manager, cat person, who is sort of running the adventuring department. You recognize that she's the night floor shift manager for adventuring. And Celine comes up to you and says, I realize we just started, but there's already some kobolds over there trying to steal some. If you could just maybe go run them off, take care of them. One of them, it looks extremely huge. I've never seen a kobold that big.
I got this.
Okay, so you head on over. You see there's this rack of magical pole arms, spears, and halberds and things. And you see an enormous kobold. It must be dragonborn size, 7 feet tall. Just huge, rippling with muscles. And you see he's in the sort of center of one of these little test areas, right? There's a little, basically a little fighting ring set up.
Oh Jesus!
And you see a bunch of the little kobolds are we give it back, and he's taking the prize treasures that they've gone and found, and he's just throwing them in his bag, right? He's just a total bully. So as you approach him, right, you see this little fighting ring is you've probably had some input on designing this, right? Classic 3-rope square, just like Holy Claw would have set up, right?
Yeah, there's not a lot of signups for the wrestling league in the store, but
yeah, you are the organizer and champion, all in the same breath. But as you approach, right, his back is turned, so you see all the little kobolds are kind of dancing around him, fighting with him, and he's easily overpowering them. But there he stands, kind of in the center of that ring.
I do my breakaway pants and start running towards the ring, and try to jump off the top rope.
Incredible! Yeah, make me an athletics check, if you please.
It's fine.
You kind of climb up there, and you just want to launch yourself at him.
Does he have a war cry or a wrestling cry? Or a saying as he jumps up? What's the off the top rope call?
That's what I'm curious about.
The holy dive bomb?
This is your signature move. I gotta write that
I
down.
don't know. Yeah. You guys gave me a whole 5 seconds.
He's singing Holy Diver. Holy Diver!
Yeah.
Down too long, the midnight sea.
That's his ringing music. When he's
Okay.
walking.
Amazing. Okay, so what was your athletics?
12.
12. Okay, it's not great, but we'll see if he
It was
can beat
one
it.
of my rolls, and thank God I'm a paladin.
Hey, it's a good thing you have good athletic skill. Oh, you know what? Even with a 12, he rolls a 10, so he is not. That's not going to do it. So you see, distracted by sort of all these kobolds around him. He is completely unaware, and you're able to describe to me what the holy dive bomb, what effect that has. What sweet pose do you strike?
It almost
you
looks
just
like
lay him out.
It almost looks like he pauses in midair, and there's divine energy around him, and then time starts again, and it's just a clothesline off the top rope of holy goodness.
Okay, I love that. The sort of speed up, slow down, slow motion.
There's a freeze frame.
Yeah, he sprints hard to that
time.
post, almost kind of dropping into his cat stance, right? Running on all fours, leaps onto the post, fully and then time kind of slows as he moves through the air, gives a little flex as he flies through, and you just like drop the elbow on this kobold. He's like the little kobolds all around him, just like and they just kind of scatter. He looks humiliated. You have like laid this guy out. He kind of does a like wrestling stagger, right? He kind of goes all wobbly, and he says to you, "This ain't the last time you're gonna see me. I'll be back." And he picks up a couple of his things. Like you see, he's like, kind of trailing a stream of weapons and debris behind him as he runs away. But Celine's like, "Yeah, nice going, Gary."
It's Holy Claw, and can I chuck a kobold at him?
Yes, one of the smaller kobolds that was completely knocked unconscious. You just like grab it by the tail and just like whoom, fling it at him. Make an attack roll. Just give it a +2. You're not proficient in throwing kobolds. His AC is not good. It's only a 12, so you only need 10 or higher, right? Easy.
21.
Easy. Yeah, you kind of let him. You know, he's like, okay, like yeah, I'll be back. You'll see. And he's like running away through the aisle, and you just give him a few moments, and then just like chuck this kobold, and it's like fully hits him in the back of the head and lays him out again. Just like, no, you Gary, you're the worst. I hate you so much. And you hear his voice kind of trailing off. Fantastic.
I raise the belt over my head, even though.
Yeah. Amazing. So yeah, you see like Celine is this is like jet black tabaxi. She just kind of comes over and is like, "Yeah, nice job, Gary, but not everything can be solved with wrestling moves."
I mean, I haven't found something that can't be solved with wrestling.
Well, I guess we'll see. Seems like it's gonna be a trying Black Friday. And with that, a sort of camera pans away, and indeed, it will be a trying Black Friday for Gary. Perhaps for Celine, perhaps for everyone. We will see.
Fine. It's fine.
Excellent. Shawnee, are you still there? If not, we can do Nas.
Okay.
I think Shawnee is.
No, I
dealing
can
with
do
the
it.
Child.
I'm coming
okay.
right now.
Okay.
I'm here.
Perfect.
I'm here.
Wonderful. So we pan away from the adventuring goods department to the front of the store, where the like hordes of these crazed shoppers are pouring in. Their eyes sort of wide and glassy with the lust for new and shiny goods. We sort of turn just to the side of the checkout area. There is a little like stage set up. And of course, for the festivities on this Blackest Friday, the store managers, perhaps at your prompting, have engaged a suitably dark band to play the opening of this event. Shawnee, if you want to describe your character as you guys are sort of setting up for your first set of the night.
Yeah, so my character is a white tiefling with like, just think about like the most stereotypical like black metal Norwegian dude that you could see, and that would be him, except he is in fact white skinned. It's not makeup. He's got like the smoky eye, like naturally colored over. His eyes are just pure black, right? There's no pupils. And he's got two black horns that stick like straight up. He's wearing like a black coat, like overcoat. Like he's basically like the only colors on this guy is black and white. And he's got a shovel that has a single string on it. And that is his instrument that he's setting up.
I love the picture you sent me of the shovel base. There's just a real item that someone really made in the little video of them playing it. I mean, it didn't sound amazing.
Yeah, no.
But,
it sounded as good as you would expect.
As you are doing the very quick job of tuning up your single string shovel base,
I made it.
You see this guy like a sort of wide-brimmed gravekeeper's hat, right? He has a long black trench coat, a kind of low-cut little black V-neck on under it. His like sort of curly chest hair spilling out, is your dwarven frontman, aka the Grave Robber, right? He kind of walks up over to you and goes, "All right, Bones. It's I'm feeling good about this set, but I gotta level with you. You're the best part of this band, and I really think your talent is just wasted. You're sitting in the back, you're cruising by, you're coasting. I really think if we want to kick this thing into the next gear, we gotta showcase your ability, your great talents."
What did you have in mind?
I mean, I don't know if you can sing, but like maybe some sweet bass solos. I don't know. I mean, you gotta have something worked up. I mean, it could be we could go with a shock value thing, right? If you want to, fight one of the other band members or like eat an animal, that works too. I don't, no wrong answers here.
Workshopping this?
So you want a show, you say? Well, on this, the blackest of days, the darkest of days, perhaps some inspiration will come to me. And if it should come to me during the set, I will act on it.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Just go with it. I think you have the best natural instinct. The rest of us,
tieflings always
like,
starting COVID.
I got 3 kids at home. I'm just like a regular dad in real life. The Grave Robber. It's as much as I love this persona. It's not. I don't feel it in my bones, in my soul. Not like you, Bones. I know it. You got what it takes. You got the stuff. You got the magic.
Yes, the darkness is in me for sure.
That's right. I feel it, brother. All right. Well, listen. Just let it take you. And he's gonna go start whatever he does to prepare for his insane screaming gravelly vocals that he produces. No sounds that no mortal dwarf should be able to make come emitting forth from this dwarf. So you guys begin your set. I think if you can think off the top of your head of a song that you might play, what would that song be?
Like Bleeding Angels. Let's open with Bleeding Angels.
Yeah, all right, nice. Oh, that's one of my faves. Okay. It's, yeah, I mean, just gotta come right out and punch him right in the mouth. Okay.
And then
perfect.
we can go into Death Comes for Us All.
Amazing.
I could do this all day, by the way.
Yeah, it's not hard once you get going. Incredible. So you begin your set. It is quite loud and horrible. But like you guys are pretty tight. Like you guys have been playing together for a while. Obviously, you're gonna need to make a performance check. And describe to me if you want to do something crazy, right? If Bones wants to do something crazy, now is the time.
Wow, this music's
Oh,
the
that's
best.
pretty good. 17.
Is the best.
17 is pretty good. Yeah, let me see how the crowd reacts to that. Ooh, yeah, the crowd is loving it. I mean, you know, like it's almost a supernatural energy filling this place, right? The darkness of unbridled capitalism mixed with the amazing shredding that you guys are doing. Like the people just get like pumped up and hyped. Like you see like there's like this elven guy, just looks like a normal dad, like a polo shirt. He's like walking in right into next to this half orc. They're kind of like jostling shopping carts trying to get up, and he just like starts like punching the guy. Like a little fight pit breaks out right in front of the stage. Dude, like people are getting seriously injured.
So I would like to think that Bones like steps in front of Grave Robber, right? And he just starts walking on top of the people that are listening to the music. Like he's just literally walking into the crowd on their shoulders and on their heads and things, and he's still playing. And then as the fight starts to break out, he just nods approvingly and like encourages it. It's like, yes, yes, let the darkness take you all.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. So you note like it starts to get out of hand, right? Like as the pit sort of expands and people are integrated into this fight, like the crowd begins to sort of understand their purpose is they must go forth and consume everything in this store. and you sort of wonder, in a brief moment, like a wave of these shoppers,
I'm switching my heels.
you know,
They have
shopping
one heel
carts
just in
and their
case. I'm scared.
bags and what items they've collected already,
No one
just sort of
told-
starts to break toward
Oh,
the
I do have a
stage.
heel on here.
You see like
Nice.
this wall of crazed shoppers, and you think like, did we do this? As this like wall of people collides with the stage, you know, take out one of the supports and it begins to buckle. The other members of the band kind of look at you like, and they just immediately like jump down, running, screaming. So for the briefest of moments, you are left
Bagels
to
bought
face
the
this
rights
horde
to
of
this
shoppers
song.
alone.
I
If
don't.
you want to do something, what do you want to do?
Yeah, so I think Bones misinterprets it a little bit, right? And he's like, "We have started the greatest mosh pit that has ever existed." And he'll look at the band and he'll be like, "Come, friends, we must participate in this mosh pit." And he sees them running away. He's like, "Ah, none of you were ever good enough to play with me." And he just starts whacking people with the shovel.
Incredible. Yeah, you like as that kind of thought, like none of you are ever good enough, right? These like posers are here. I am the sole like person holding this group together, as the wave of people like breaks on the stage, demolishing it, carrying away like on sort of a crowd surfing wave, you and any of your equipment that yet remains. And we
So we have a death
we'll
metal
say a
tiefling
harrowing
and
remaining
my
time
wrestling
in this
paladin.
store passes, right? As you are forced to
Does Nas still have
do
no cam?
unspeakable things,
Yeah.
scavenging
I don't want to
to
block
stay alive,
Nas if
evading
his cam
these
was up.
ravaging hordes as they cross over the store. Eventually,
Matt's
you
an
two
amazing DM.
Bones find yourself sitting around this trash fire, sort of, you know, bloodied and worn from the journey, but still alive and still, you know, still hanging in there, I guess.
Yeah, and I'd like to think that Bones has a notebook that he's taking notes in the whole time, right? It's like, oh, consuming flesh to survive. That would be a good song title.
Yes, we'll say okay. So we I just looked at the donations. Right, we're cruising right along. We passed the first donation incentive and the second and the third. So I gotta start doing these, or I'm not gonna have time to do them all.
Oh no!
So we'll say
I haven't
at
seen
some
what
point,
these are.
Bones, you come across a one of the customer service reps in the store, and you know, like the store employs these poor, sad kenku birds, and they make great CSRs, right? They are great at deflecting customer complaints. They always stay right on the script. But this one, it looks like he is not going to make it. He's unconscious, bleeding out, and you think, "Wow, I bet they don't taste half bad."
The only thing this guy had going for him was that he was black. Like my soul.
Yep. So
I was worried where that was going. For
I'll
a
walk
second.
up to him, and I'll think like, should I read him his last
I
rites?
can't be the only one.
you see,
that
he
likes
just kind of like
kenkus.
very like you see this like withered face. Like he definitely is a little bit there.
Like I bought
But
Lucky
he just
from
kind of looks
my
up to you and
first-
goes, "Hello, welcome to the perfect purchase."
There's Lucky. There's Lucky.
So Bones will look at his shovel, then he'll look at the kenku, then he'll look at the shovel again, and he'll look back at the kenku,
he's gonna do
and
it.
then he'll sling
Yeah.
the shovel over his shoulders and grip him firmly by the neck and choke him to death and stare into his eyes as the life drains out of him.
As the life
If I ever
drains from
DM
your eyes-
for you,
yeah. This is a great time to remind everyone
And
that
he's just
as a joke, we all, not all of us, but some of us really hate Kenku as an idea, and so the donation incentives are all to produce scenarios where we can torture them.
this will make a great song. The Day the Crow Died.
Yeah, he as the
There's
life kind
Lucky.
of fades from his eyes, he says,
the greatest
uh,
kenku ever made.
This call may be
Mine.
monitored for quality assurance or training purposes. That is the end of that Kengu and the first donation incentive. Great. Okay, so that horror show playing in your mind, we sort of the camera pans over to this sort of stout, barbarian-looking dwarf, and as the flashback sequence begins, you see the opening moments of Blackest Friday, and the gates go up, and you see Naz. If you want to describe your character.
What did I name my character again? Oh yeah.
It was a great name, right? Yeah, this is a great one.
Ragnar Hornmaster stared at the oncoming hordes and prepared himself for probably the longest day of his life up until this point. He knew he was going to dread dealing with all of the horrors that were to come, and also all the dumb questions about the sales.
Yeah, it's a real problem. Like these, I like to think like your sort of primal
because he doesn't have
rage
his
is
webcam on,
fueled
right?
by
Nas
just, like,
doesn't have his
these
webcam.
stupid people. Like how do you keep asking the same questions? How do you not know?
Me, I know this magical cauldron's 50% off, but could I get this one instead?
Yes. Do you honor expired coupons? I know it says on the front of the store that you don't, but can you just
See,
make an
Nas
exception?
doesn't have his cam on. We
yeah,
know he
you,
has one.
You
but,
hate these people, right? It's just a loathing deep in your soul that fuels your hatred. You see, almost like a like a battle line has been drawn, and like you guys are the first defense, the first line of cashiers and service personnel, right? That are arrayed in front of the horde of shoppers. And as you do, right, like. Your little, you have an Aarakocra, right, a bird person manager named Corey, and Corey is kind of giving the troops a little pep talk, and Corey is like a real excitable kind of guy. And it's like, listen, all right, they're gonna come through those doors. It's gonna be crazy. You're not gonna know what's left and right. You look over, oh, maybe it's suddenly you're lost. All your fellow employees have been killed. You don't know, but you gotta make the sale. Like that's the only thing that matters. So he just trying to whip you guys into this frenzy, and the gates come up, and you see like in this moment of the sort of horde of customers charging, you see like, and you've worked Black Friday before, right? You know what's about to happen, and you probably relish the thought of like getting brutally able to like get into contact with these people, like maybe injure or kill a few of them. Who knows? But this time there is something different. You see, their eyes are insane, like some sort of supernatural rage or desire for these shiny new things and the amazing sales that are going to happen. A feeling of fear begins to take your companions. Right, and you stand fast, but immediately you see Corey just like, I don't know, I didn't sign up for this. There's something wrong. They're all insane. And he bolts, like he flaps his little wings. He takes off running. You see like a few of the other cashiers begin to waver. What do you do?
Is he gonna go into a rage?
I take charge and I just say, we either stand here and die, men, or we die cowards like our good old leader over there. What do you say?
Yeah, and the one guy's like, yeah, Corey, he's a coward. I hate that guy. Yeah, this other like dwarf kind of stands aside you, right? He reaches down, just like grabs a little bit of the dusty bits on the floor and like smears it over his face like war paint. He's ready to go. You see like other members of the sales staff line up as well, and you guys prepare to meet the onslaught. So this like line of shopping carts charge into your formation. What do you do? Do you want to brace? Do you want to fight them? What does Ragnar start to do?
Oh, I'm gonna fight them.
Okay, start making some attack rolls.
Ragnar.
I'm sorry, is your name Fragnar with an F? Because that is amazing.
Ragnar.
Oh, with an R?
No, I might change it to Fragnar now.
I keep hearing the F. 14.
14. Yeah, these you see like these sheep, these customers are like singly focused on getting to the deals.
Are they
And
sheep though? Just for clarification.
They're not actually sheep, but they might as well be for how easy they are to hit. As they run by, like you see like a little halfling family, like lust for little trinkets in their eyes. They go charging through, and you just like take your axe and swing and cut their shopping cart straight in half. It kind of knocks them all over the place. They go scattering. But you're starting to see, like, though around you, right, a sea of battle begins to develop, right? Your cashiers holding the line as best they can, but the onslaught is unending. And you start to know, like, even through the haze of rage that fuels you, like, you're going to be overwhelmed and surrounded if you're not careful. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna take a tentative couple of steps back and prepare myself to attack again, if I need
Okay.
to.
Yeah, the dwarf next to you, who never learned your name, right? Says, Fragnar's he's taking a couple steps back. We got a tactical retreat. Tactical retreat. So you see like the line of employees starts to buckle. Yeah. What do you got? You're starting to like sense that the flood is really gonna crush you. What do you want to do?
Don't call it a tactical retreat, lads. Call it a tactical advance in the other direction.
Bad way to phrase it. Okay, we're gonna advance in the other direction. Yeah, we're gonna advance this way. Okay, so do you want to stay and fight to the death? Do you want to retreat? is the call.
How many characters has Nas made?
I know I want to fight to the death, but I'm gonna retreat.
Hey, this is up to Ragnar Fragnar. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna retreat to fight another day.
Okay. Discretion is the better part of valor, it seems, on this day, especially since you didn't, you think, fully give yourself to the absolute rage and hatred that you generally feel for these customers. So Ragnar and the other members of the sales team, some of them are just trampled, right? The horde of zombified customers bent on a single purpose.
Music's not helping.
Overrun your position.
I mean, it is helping
their
the mood, but...
carts, they're just like anything not tied down, they're just throwing in their carts and proceeding deeper into the store in a frenzy. And you spend the better part of the next 24 hours just trying to evade that horde, not be crushed, not be killed. You do see, like, you have a little schedule, which is the, like, there's basically, every hour there's going to be some new set of deals, some new, like a blue light special, temporary, one time only. There's a couple hot button items that are really, really sought after by these consumers. And you have that schedule, so I will let you know, like, when the next one's coming up. But basically, like, every hour there's going to be over the magical loudspeaker system of the store, they're going to call one of these things. Like, so prepare for that. But as you find yourself 21 hours having passed,
I don't know if Slurms knows what
start
she
of Black
signed up
Friday,
for with us.
you two are huddled around this fire, bruised and bloodied, but probably loving it, with the rest of the other survivors just sort of just getting by. Finally, we take one more turn of the camera. We enter a flashback scene, and we see not the sales floor of the Perfect Purchase, but the secret break room and back area dimension, right? There is a series of magical portals connecting every department to the break room dimension. And back here are a lot of the different parts of the store that are, like, concerned with clerical. HR is back here. The secret dragon's hoard where they keep all the gold is back here. but also the mechanical department, right? The magical devices like magical air conditioning and the like are all back here. So we kind of pan over to Onyx, and yeah, Slurms, if you want to describe your character.
Onyx. Onyx is a white warforged artificer. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but she likes
artificer.
She's a warforged artificer. Likes tinkering with stuff, so she's constantly, trying to upgrade herself along with everything else she touches. Likes to take things apart, put them back together.
Great. Yeah, so you're kind of like on the day of Black Friday, in particular, the store's security systems, they have like little force field crystals to protect certain areas. Even the portal devices themselves, right? They've in years past they've had problems with like deranged customers will break into the secured areas and they go into the backroom dimension and they're like looking for anything, right? Who knows? This is just another area of the store. And so, but like there's this golden dragon who's like the master of accounting, is like, this shall never happen again. No customers will make it back here. We need systems in place to protect against this. And so maintaining these portal systems as well as the like magical wards and devices has sort of been like Onyx's thing. You've been working at this for a while, and you've got a great handle on like how these different systems interact. You've got probably like the run of the store to set up your maintenance closet and organize the equipment in whatever way you want. So as you are going about your business, though, you hear like there's this little crystal device that sort of serves as a radio, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Direct line to the like upper management suite, and it crackles to life like this lightning energy kind of pulses across the surface, and you hear like a little hologram dragon appears, and you recognize the Dragon Master of Accounting, Bezos. And Bezos says, Onyx, we must shut down the portals. The system is being overwhelmed. Something has gone wrong. The customers are, they're usually insane with pure capitalism, but it's something more this year. But for now, engage the portal safeties. And they're basically... the portal devices used to just kind of allow anyone to go into the back room dimension. Mm-hmm. There's now like each of the floor managers has like a little portal stone, like a port key. That'll allow them to sort of traverse those portals. And so they're basically saying like switch it into secure mode so only the managers can use the portals. Because apparently something has gone horribly wrong outside.
It was
so there is basically like this large sort of access panel, and you've got like your little switches and dials and whatnot to lock it down, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think I would first say make a tinkering check to if you want to disable the portals, or if you don't, you can ask Bezos a question or do whatever you want.
Do you want just the employees to be able to get back there?
Yes, it's safety mode now. If the situation continues to worsen, we shall fully disable them.
Okay.
And then just a few moments later, he's like, actually, just fully disable them.
Okay, you'll be stuck back there until I can turn it back on.
It is fine. Nothing is more important than saving the gold. None of this filth can come through the portal.
Okay, I hope you have enough food back there. Okay, and then do I roll a d20? I'm still kind of new to D&D, so.
Sure. So yeah, so you as an artificer, right, you have proficiency in tinkering tools, so you can roll a d20, add your dexterity, and then add your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so roll 14.
Oh, 14's good.
So, and then my dexterity is -1, and then my proficiency is +2.
Okay.
So I got 15.
So 15 total. Yeah, you shut down, sort of engage the safeties, right?
Yeah,
flipping.
her finger turns in like to the key, and she'll like put it in the hole, and then it will start doing all its stuff, and she's like flipping switches like with her other hand, and yeah, everything's now
Yeah,
locked
incredible.
down.
Like R2D2 style, right? Like there's
Yeah.
a little interface that only you understand how it works. Perfect. Yeah, you start to engage the safeties.
I was offered a
you
haircut,
can,
Mark.
you could even set
and Don,
with a 15, right? You
and
could
I
even set a
said,
timer.
no, because
if
these
you
two
want
will
to
get upset.
exit, before
So
you're sort of
you
locked in
know.
here as well.
Oh yeah.
You as maintenance staff, right? You have sort of a master key that'll work for all of the portals, so that you can maintain them. But yeah, okay. So you can exit, and you sort of like dip a toe out of the portal, like just see what's happening. It is pandemonium in the store. There are
But it
fires
gets like
starting to
wavy
break out.
once it
You
gets
see,
too
like,
big, and it gets
groups of
weird. Like I
employees,
shake my
scattering
head
and
and I
running
can
around.
see it before it flares out.
It's a bad situation out here. Make for me roll a d20 again. Make a dexterity save. So if you're on D&D Beyond, right, you have
Yeah. I'm on D&D Beyond, so I'm just rolling there. So
perfect.
I got a 3.
Oh no! So you kind of like poke your head out to just see like what's happening, and immediately like a one of these like passing patrons with a cart piled with objects just kind of jostles you and like pulls you out of the portal. You latch onto them briefly. You're knocked to the ground. Outside, you see just like insane customers, like, and they kind of like as you clatter to the ground, right? Your sort of warforged body like clanking against the floor. It's like all eyes in this department suddenly turn and look at you, and they see like in your hand the master key, right? The one portal stone that'll open everything.
Oh god.
And you see like one of them, and suddenly all of them are just like, no. The one's like, is that the new what was it? Yeah, is that the new Scryphone 12 Pro? And they're like, yeah, I think it is. I think I heard there was going to be a sale. And they like, these customers just like swarm over you. So I'll say make one more check, make an athletics check to see if you can wrestle away from this insane crowd of people.
Also, I'm seriously the
I got a
only
10
person
in
in
my
G4G that
athletics is
uses
plus
the
3, so I got
folder
a 13.
function on Discord.
13, unfortunately, is not quite
I
enough.
do.
So you
There's
in
like
the
I have
chaos,
a
right?
problem.
The stone is sort of wrestled from your hand.
See?
You're fighting,
Folder. There we
trying to
go.
get it back. You almost succeed, but in just that moment of like it kind of bobbling
It's
in
a
the air
problem.
and
It's
a bunch of people grabbing for it, it falls to the ground and breaks. And you think, ooh, that's not good.
Oh god.
I mean, there were a
So,
few folders, but yeah.
Fortunately, though, the lure of a shiny object removed, you kind of wait a moment, and the customers, like in their frenzy, move on. Right, they are continuing to just like pillage the store for anything they can. Eventually, you two, through a harrowing set of circumstances and background that perhaps we will discover, find yourself barricaded in the pet department, along with these other sort of survivors. Each of you much
Oh
worse
no,
for
is he
wear
gonna
over
use
the
my
journey,
druid?
sort of warming your hands around this fire in a barrel. So you
no.
each have a moment here to sort of think about, in basically a 24-hour hellscape of horror. Feel free to make up any horrible things that you've had to do to survive, and we'll give you just a moment to kind of talk that out, right? And then we'll proceed. So the only other thing I'll say, right? You hear like almost like a horde of these customers, right? You hear banging and scratching noises. The barricades that you've all erected around the pet department are sure to not hold forever.
No, my druid's
And you
kidding
kind of
right now.
are unsure of where you might go or what is even happening on the outside world at this point. So I'll turn it over to you guys as I check and see like how our donations are doing.
It's gone up.
I would definitely like to think that Bones at this point is wearing a like a shawl made out of like human entrails that he found, or like whatever. Like he just found like the innards of someone and just thought it would look cool to like drape it around him.
Oh my gosh. I love it. Just like viscera and dried blood.
Yeah, totally.
All over you. Yeah, perfect. So you've seen some horror. That's great.
And he's like into it. He's like the guy that likes to watch the B horror movie, the gore movies or whatever, but he's like living it in real life, and he's like, this is everything I ever hoped it would be.
Onyx has a little bit of a military background, so at one point she'd like take like a kid hostage and like hold her like hand canyon to the kid's head, like screaming at everybody just to get away, because after the crystal broke, like she's on the ground like, oh shit, like it broke, trying to like scoop up the pieces and like make a mad dash to one of her closets to try and get back in, but everyone's like overwhelming her, so she had to like take like a little kid hostage and scream at everybody to get the fuck out of her way.
I love it. Yeah, this little like human child has been brought along, and he's just like, "Mommy, what's happening?" They're like, "We gotta get the stuff. We gotta get the deals." And you're just like, "Okay, don't do anything stupid here." Yeah, I love that scene.
Holy Claw has stayed in the ring as long as he could, and they just pushed him out. And now he's like Casey Jones, where he's like grabbing different sporting goods, and his plan is to get the ring back.
Okay, I like that. So like you have a, it can be.
He's gone like Rambo montage.
Baseball bat or something.
Yeah, but it's sporting goods.
Okay, a Rambo montage. I think it's like Rambo 2 or something, where he's like hiding in the mud and going, assassinating different guys. You just see like this montage of Gary Holy Claw, right? You see a row of hockey sticks, and then like in between the slats, like two little eyes open up, and there's like this, the bunch of kobolds in there, and then suddenly like they're looking around and like, oh, where's our buddy? Just one by one, picking off these people. Like, okay,
like on the Equalizer.
Yes, incredible. Yeah, and then I think Ragnar, what stuff did you have to do to survive in this wasteland?
I would say just every couple feet, like, I'm swiping at people and just using my primal rage to be as intimidating as possible.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you see.
I don't want to fight them. It's just I don't want to die either.
Yeah, I mean, like you can deal non-lethal damage. Like maybe some of them don't make it. Who knows? Who cares? They're just customers. Fantastic. So you all eventually kind of link up. You've seen like groups of survivors have come and gone at this point, right? You've probably in a like Walking Dead season montage, right? You've joined up with some groups, and suddenly the customers attack, and you get separated, and you got to find your new home, such as it is.
So we're in the pet stop.
But yeah, eventually you all sort of find yourself barricaded in the pet department.
Yeah, we're right here.
Around this trash fire. And we'll even say, Ragnar, you saw, the night manager. This guy, somewhat new to the store, but a little halfling pugilist, like a little boxer kind of guy named Harry Flanagan. And Harry Flanagan is grievously wounded on the ground, and in the sort of confusion and chaos, like you think, I guess we can bring him along. Like hopefully he's not dead. So while the rest of you are sort of warming yourselves around this barrel, you see this little halfling guy in a little like manager suit. He's got his little name tag and dressed a little nicer than the average associate at the Perfect Purchase. But you see Harry Flanagan, the night manager, kind of spits. He coughs, spits blood, and kind of like raises himself up on the elbow. And he just says, "Oi, are these shoppers are all patty and Mick? No? Anyone? Patty, they're sick. They're all sick. There's something wrong with them."
Oh yeah, they definitely had like a horde mentality. It was fucking nuts out there.
Nah, something wrong. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a frenzy of buying just the same as anyone else, but there's something supernatural about this. I'm telling you, it's a mystery. It's I think, you know what I think? I think corporate's up to something, and they're using this store as a test. Somehow we're unwitting participants in that, and I think it's went wrong. I think they've closed the place down, and I think they're gonna cover this whole thing up. They're gonna pin it on me. That's what I think.
But you're so small.
Well, I'm so small, but I'm fiery.
He punches you, just like, and like little. It's like he doesn't even come up to like your waist, you know. He's just like,
Bro, do you even lift? And like, I put him in a sleeper hold.
yeah, easily. You can easily just like manhandle this guy.
Night night, sweet
All
prince.
right. Oh,
Isn't he grievously wounded, or is he?
He
is he standing now?
Like, he's like a fighter though. He's like grievously wounded. That's like where he lives, on the edge. Yeah, he says, "Oh, well, if you hadn't have pulled me out of there," and he turns over to Ragnar. I would have been right brown bread.
I mean,
No,
You're lucky I pulled you.
None
out
of you-
there.
none of you speak Athlin. Of brown bread, I would have been dead.
Young sir, if you like, I can ease your suffering.
What? I mean, you got a healing potion, or you know? I don't like the look of this one.
I think he's
Looks-
talking about killing you.
He looks like he's gonna murder me. Yeah.
I mean,
No, thank you.
There's no suffering in the sweet release of death.
No, but there's also no liquor.
I mean,
Right. Anyway,
He literally stares at him wordlessly, like,
yeah, just like it's so awkward, and he's well, all right, well,
staring into depthless black eyes.
yeah, I think he probably I don't know. Does Bones does he wear his his band performer getup like all the time or no?
Well, at this point, it looks even more amazing, right? Because he would
Yeah,
be wearing like
real blood incorporated.
Yeah,
real
like before it was
real,
like
gore.
it was all fake, like, you know, stuff. You know, like there was like a nice black jet, like think like leather pants and like a black duster. Now it's like dust, like literally dirty and bloody and torn, and it looks like he's been through a massacre. And
Yeah.
that's exactly the look he's going for, you know?
Yep, there's like real stab wounds and just a horror show.
Yep.
Yeah, I like to think Harry Flanagan probably was the one who you pressured to let your band play, and he was like, "All right, you know, whatever. It's how bad could it possibly be?" So
wait, is he our heel?
yeah. Well, chaps, we're gonna have a bit of a problem if we want to get out of here.
and you hear like the sort of the moaning, scraping, banging noises on the barricade, the like doors and entryways to the pet department piled with whatever furniture and such and shelving that you could muster.
Well, it sounds like that order zombies. Oh, excuse me, customers. The order zombies is coming through, and I don't think we're ready for them.
And you guys know, like, they're normally out behind the pet department. There is a back, like a loading dock kind of area, but it for specifically to prevent like sneaky customers from like sneaking in the back way and looking through the inventory. There's like metal grating and bars and stuff, and it's all locked.
Right, we usually secure this, and I'm sorry to say I've the only key, and I'm afraid I've lost it.
Where did you lose it?
Well, out there and scrapping.
I mean, I say we throw him, tie rope to him first, and we could throw him out.
Why do I not have a key to that loading dock? As being from maintenance, why do I not have a key? This is bullshit.
You can make a, let's see. I think just make a tinkering roll, right? And we'll say it's probably DC 18. Like maybe you have a key on you.
I got a 6.
Okay, so yeah, in the confusion, you probably neglected to grab it. But I'll even say like you kind of put your ear to the door and you hear like like moaning and strange, like sort of almost disembodied voices outside, just like, get the deals, get the deals, get the deals. So you suspect that like maybe the whole store is just like filled and surrounded with these insane customers. So who knows? So you guys look over, and just out of the firelight of the fire in a barrel that you're all sort of crowded around, you see a sad little family. 3 little black birds in like tattered cloaks, just kind of sitting around.
No.
They're each like with a tiny spoon sharing beans from a can. You see like a tiny little Kenku family who has made their way back here.
No.
And Harry says, "Well, we could, throw him to the zombies." And he kind of chuckles, but like he's not really joking.
I mean,
Right? If anyone's got a better idea, you speak up. We're in a bit of Barney.
Is there like air conduit like up, like venting like up in the ceiling?
Yeah, like the whole like upper ventilation area of the store, like there is a series of walkways, so you can access like the ducts and the lights and everything else that's up there.
Are those the walkways that Skytown took over?
There would like basically you guys would know like Skytown is like most of any creature that could fly. They kind of made like a little city area up there, so they could just be like away from everything.
I'm trying, man. They've already killed
and
one.
So
Kenku.
yeah, but there's like ladder access up to the upper walkways, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could probably get up there. It might be a squeeze to like get through the vents.
Okay.
But you could certainly like at least within the pet department, right? Like get up there, get a better view, see what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I think we should do. I think we should try and get up in the upper part of the building, see if we can see what we can see before just running out a door.
Perfect. So yeah, unless anyone has something else you want to do on the ground,
we can turn this into a Royal Rumble and fight them at the door until we win.
Just have people like take numbers as who's gonna like wrestle you.
Yeah, mate, I'm sure they're gonna form an orderly line so you can fight them one at a time.
Yeah, I mean, so Onyx, you kind of climb up. You're very familiar.
No
with
one likes the wrestlers' idea.
The maintenance access in this area of the store. Yeah, you definitely like as you climb up there and get up onto the walkways.
Oh, Chuck, I
you
went all
see, like,
Casey
this
Jones. I
horde
have a bunch of sporting good
people
weapons.
like shopping carts just like banging into the door. People like kind of scrambling over each other, trying to climb over this obstacle that you guys have constructed. And like there must be hundreds of these zombie customers out there, just like pushing and and you see like every so often like as they're kind of fumbling their way trying to break through, like one of them will be able to break off like a piece of a chair, or they'll take a shelving unit and like throw it behind them. They're slowly like kind of working their way through the barricade. And yeah, Harry just looks down.
Right, mate, we're not gonna fight them all. I mean, you're welcome to stay here and die if you want.
Actually, he'll say that kind of quietly, right? Kind of out of earshot of the other family, like,
oh, maybe they'll provide us a bit of a distraction while we make our escape.
I mean,
well, I'm going. If you're coming with me, come on, let's be off.
So what does he want to do? He wants to basically use the Kenku as a distraction. Is that right?
Yeah, just to get like he doesn't seem to have a clear plan other than like we need to get out of
We just
here.
need to get out of here. Yeah. Okay.
And he'll like you guys have a moment, right? He'll kind of confide in you. Bro, I'm oh no, Onyx, you need one of them port keys, right, to repair the system, get back inside. And you know, like you don't have the master key anymore, but you could probably still like with a little tinkering, little ingenuity, like you could probably sort of hotwire it if you had one, like a functioning key. And he produces from his pocket like a broken, cracked key. That's like, oh, regrettably, and I realize I'm sounding quite useless at this point. I've seen the broken mine again, so you're on your own as far as finding one. But my mate D Corvix was with me. We were separated in the confusion, and at the time, he's the head of customer service department. And you know, like D is basically the Kenku manager of the front desk.
Mhm.
D, he's got a key as well. And last I saw, he was screaming and carried off in the hands of some of those bandits roaming the Badlands. So if he's still alive and if he's still got the key, well, perhaps that's an avenue we could investigate.
I think that's a good avenue to investigate.
We need to get out of here first.
Well, let's get out by the platforms. We'll all have the high ground.
Yeah, let's do it. He'll kind of motion for everyone to follow. Like you guys climb up the ladder, shimmy up to
Whoa,
the
what was
catwalk.
that?
Does anyone want to do anything before you start to see the barricade like flexing, and you're starting to see like daylight through it, right? You start to see like a hand pokes through and is clawing and clutching. A face, someone that just like rams their head through over here. It's gonna give way any second, so you've got a moment to do something if you want.
Should
Yeah,
we
as
set it on
always.
fire?
Set
Oh,
what on fire?
The barricade.
The whole barricade. Yeah, I mean, as you've gone through the store, like
Just
you've
making
seen
sure it
like,
wasn't the Kenku, like. Oh.
No, I was gonna say the barricade. Like we should.
oh no, mate, they're goners. It seems like it's been fated. There's nothing we can do about that.
Almost like
as if a great host of people donating money has decided that their fate should be a grisly death. Yeah, so the rest of you kind of shimmy up. You can absolutely light the barricade on fire as you exit if you would like.
Is the building stone or is it wood?
The outer like sections of the building are stone. Like you think
Right.
I don't know what that
some of the
flicker is.
wooden like parts of the barricade will burn, but like you don't think it's gonna burn the store down or anything.
Okay.
And actually, you've seen other like fires, right? You've as you've seen sort of the
It's not fair, man.
evolution of the society within the store. Like there's a lot of fires burning everywhere, cooking or just damage.
Well, and it would give us some smoke to give us some cover to get up in the skywalk. Give us some cover to get
Oh,
up
that
in the
is
skywalk.
wood.
Oh, that's Deco.
Yeah,
And then
who's
anyone
got a way to do that?
Roasted, whatever comes out of there.
Yeah, I mean, you could just dump the fire in a barrel over there and it'll probably catch, unless someone has like a spell or something you want to use to set it on fire.
I mean,
I don't have a spell, but I'd like to think that I'm like smoking a cigarette in the back, not really paying attention, kind of thinking about like writing a song. And I think like Bones would just like errantly flick the cigarette at the barricade, you know,
And that's
like
what
not
does
even not
Yeah.
even paying attention. Like he's not part of this plan. He's just like, you know.
Yeah, I love that.
While
Like-
we're talking about it, we just
Right.
watch it fly over.
Yeah, like you're just talking about, oh, like who is this coming? Someone do magic or whatever. And Bones is like, all right. And then this, like little spark begins, and then a roaring pyre eventually. And you see like some of the zombified customers that have like sort of crawled their way halfway through the barricade are just like screaming, "Oh no, the deals! Oh no, I can't get the deals if I'm burning alive!"
Oh, burning alive for the deals. Great song title.
Amazing. Fantastic. So you guys find yourselves up. There's sort of a walkway of these little catwalks and suspended platforms by which you can traverse, the different areas of the store. And you see, like, there's a fair amount of damage up here. Like, some of the catwalks are just, like, the wires have been snipped or damaged in some way, and so they're just hanging, like, down, and so you can't easily just walk wherever you want to go. But you could pretty easily walk either due west, like, towards Skytown, or you could pretty easily walk, like, due east toward the Nightcloaks area. And you would each know, right? The Nightcloaks are sort of is like a bastion of law. The last, some of the last surviving members of the Night Shift are rumored to have holed up here. And then the Skytown, as I mentioned before, is basically like anyone who can fly kind of took to the skies, and they all banded together and are holed up in the sort of northwest corner of the store.
I think we should avoid Skytown and head towards Nightcloaks.
Yeah, there's no top rope for me to get up there.
Right, you can't. You don't have that aerial advantage on an airborne opponent. So, that's smart, good thinking. Okay.
Just chuck me at one of them. I'll take care of them.
You would be the second person I threw today.
Exactly. Great. Okay, so you kind of weave your way through the upper levels of the store of unspecified dimension. Somehow it's huge inside, right? Miles and hours of trekking needed to cross from one end to the other. Just like almost like a mini metropolis-sized retail location. As you climb up, you guys are in safety, right? You hear the loudspeaker, right? And this Ragnar, you would know. There's sort of this rotating schedule of like deals that keep happening, and you hear the next deal is called out, right? So like the top of the hour now, 24 style, like the clock is counting down 2 hours left till the end of the day. But the next deal is announced, and I'm going to roll on my table of deals to see what it is.
My goodness.
Okay, so I had a lot of fun writing these. So I already mentioned the Scryphone 12 Pro is one of the sweet deals. You hear the loudspeaker crackles to life, and just says, that we've got a just released stock of Phantasm Summoner 5s. The new PS5 consoles are available in furnishings and fulmination. And you see, like, from as you're sort of in this elevated perspective, like from all corners of the store, like a wave of these zombified customers descend beneath you, running towards that department in search of some new deal. And you think that wherever that loudspeaker goes, like, they will likely be summoned. So good to keep in mind.
Fools! They will never get their PS5s unless they pre-ordered.
Yeah, Harry's just like, right, all the pre-orders and the scalpers have picked them up already. It's a sad day. I mean, they might be able to get one for like 4 times the price. If they would just wait like 3 or 4 months till after the winter festival, then there'd be plenty of them.
Perfect. Okay, so you all you see like the horde of zombies kind of pulls away, and as you cross over the sort of that little no man's land, right, between the pet department and the festival supply, you see below you like it looks like a cloaked figure, and this is not behaving in the way that the normal, like, ravenous hordes of customers are. This figure is dragging like 2 fully loaded shopping carts behind them, but they're also like employing magic. You see like arcane magic missiles like flying out from their hand, and you see like though most of the zombies have been summoned away by the loudspeaker, like there's still a few around, and a few of these like sort of shambling, consumer zombies are approaching this person, and this person's just like casting spells. You see like arcane shields kind of glimmering around them to like, and they're like obviously fighting off these zombies. So there is a maintenance access, right? There's a ladder. You could go down and help them, or you could do something from up here. If you want to stop and help this person, you can. Entirely up to you guys. What do you want to do?
I mean,
who this is?
I mean,
I
know who
think,
it is?
yeah, you don't recognize this person. It looks like probably a customer, and hard to see. Like they have a sort of cloaked hood, but anyone who is interested, kind of scoping out the situation, you could make a perception roll.
I mean, 12. Does he look like he lifts?
12.
Yeah.
Ooh,
We'll see how the other rolls do.
21.
Oh, okay, easy.
I'm not beating that 16.
Yeah. You, Gary, Holy Claw, you can't really tell. There's like a prickling sensation almost at the base of your spine, where something's not right about this person, but hard to really get a gauge them from this direction. But Onyx, you see like in the sort of dance of battle, at one point, the cloaked figure sort of wheels around, and you see like this like ghastly sunken face, almost like skull-like, strands of stringy, like very ancient dried hair, kind of framing their face. But it definitely looks like an undead or something like that.
Like a hag or something.
Yeah, like a weird, one of these like strange creature. But also at the same time, like this is the perfect purchase. This is the one-stop shop for magical components for people of all alignments, right? So whether you're a good or an evil wizard, you probably get your magical crystals at the perfect purchase. So not that strange to see like a hag or something like that kind of stalking the halls looking for the toadstools or whatever.
It's a hag, guys. I don't know. Or at least I think it's a hag. I barely saw its face.
Yeah, it looks kind of evil, but you know.
I don't know.
Storm
I mean,
doesn't seem
We can
legit.
trust evil things, right?
Right, I mean, any help, any allies we can acquire, if it's not one of the zombies or one of the customers. It's funny how I keep confusing them.
I think it's a customer,
Right,
but I'm
well,
not
I think.
sure. It's not a zombie though. They seem to be.
No, I think that's clear. They've got quite a hole, but not a mindless creature. No. I think we should go help them, but that's just me.
Maybe they can help us figure out what's going on.
Now that's an idea. Some sort of wizard or magic user. Maybe they've some insight.
Yeah, Harry starts climbing down the ladder. You've convinced him.
Right, hello down there, you.
You see the face like looks up at you, and it like as the hood kind of falls back from the motion, like it's fully a skull, like just a skull-faced person with stringy like desiccated hair.
I just put my hands up. I'm like, man, is it a guy or is it we? Oh, we can't tell.
It's hard to
What gender is this skull?
yeah, hard to say.
I'm like, hi, like we're not here to take your stuff.
Yeah,
I would like to cast Friends
Oh,
and point at the skull and be like, ah, yes. This is what I came for. This is what I hope to find.
yeah.
Friend.
Yeah, you I'll even say, right, like this person is probably not going to fail the save, but given your sort of natural connection with all things macabre,
Does he
you
know?
you seem like a friend to this person. Like it. You're dressed appropriately, and you look sufficiently horrifying. You hear a pale, like scratching whisper, almost like a chorus of voices speaking. A feminine but very raspy and old sort of voice kind of rings out, and you as
Wait, why is
the
this-
skull face turns toward you, and you hear
Uh-huh.
her speak, almost like the corners of your vision begin to darken. The light is almost like drawn away from you, and you hear this like spine-chilling voice just says,
What's the old one?
Yes, employees of the store, I require your assistance.
And a like skeletal hand reaches up and she
I need
beckons
this
you
back again.
to descend.
That's fine.
And Harry says, nothing menacing about that."
Yeah,
And just slides down the ladder.
Bones is into it. He's already trying to think how he can recruit her to be his next singer because he's just like so transfixed by her voice. You know?
Yes.
It's like,
Uh,
yes. We shall offer you whatever assistance we can, my lady.
Perhaps your souls first. I'm only joking. A bit of lich humor.
Yes, my
I am-
soul has already been taken. So
Like you've Bones has already made multiple
Right.
infernal contracts at this
Yep.
point.
he did not get this good at playing the shovel bass by practicing.
Yes.
It's time for a holy hand.
I'm called the Withering Frost. Sometimes also
Such a cool name.
sometimes also Gale.
Oh,
Rain, get it?
G-A-L-E. I like it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Such a good lich name. I was really proud of that one.
Yeah, no, that's
Anyway,
great. That's fantastic.
back to the back
This
to the
lady
event.
needs to be in my band.
I play a little bit of guitar, actually.
And you see, like, her parcels are loaded with stuff. Like she probably has a guitar in there,
Amp.
but just like, yeah, like she's got like gifts for the grandkids and all kinds of stuff. Like just like a huge amount of spell components among her items that she's picked up.
Yes, though I employ magical means to protect my mind from the consumerist frenzy that envelops this store. I just can't stay away from the deals.
And she notes like a magical ring, which you interpret to be like a ring of mental protection or mind shielding or something like that. Some way to sort of prevent her from being overtaken by the magical assistance for the event, but still like can't stay away from those deals, man.
As employees of the store, are you not obligated, if I request your aid, to help a poor old woman to her cart?
And Harry's like, well, I mean, technically, I suppose.
I work in maintenance, ma'am.
Holy
This is
Claw
the
is like
Wendy's
carrying
lady?
both of them over his shoulder, like not rolling them. He's just carrying the carts.
Oh, just like saddling up, like, all right, let's go.
Magnificent. I have completed my purchases and I wish to exit this place before it devolves into complete chaos. However, since I have not been overcome by the magical frenzy that has afflicted these other customers, they've begun to turn on me, as you see. And like a couple shambling shopping cart zombies start approaching, and she like turns around, casts a quick fireball, like they explode, and then a huge like fiery explosion. They're just like fully evaporated.
So metal.
Yeah.
So, it's not that I need your help per se, but some of this cargo is quite delicate. And if I have to spend all my time fighting these creatures, well, some of it might be broken. And so that's why I need your help. Take me to the checkout city. take me to the exit?
And you do see like there's a lot of like almost comically fragile items in her cart. Thin, tiny, like intricate glass sculptures with like very small, easily breakable pieces. There's like a 24-pack of dragonfly wings. There's like ancient tomes with very like fragile, frail binding. Little like delicate button mushroom caps. Crystal vials, just all manner of like the most breakable objects.
So, you are duty bound to assist me, and so we must leave. We must go.
Do you know what way we should take to get there? Like,
I
where-
have no
where are you
idea.
coming from?
This store seems like a crazy hellscape of a place. Most of there seem to be like bandits or bands of cutthroats accosting people in the middle of the store, so I've mostly sort of stayed to the perimeter. But over that, and she kind of motions off in the direction of Skytown, flying creatures descended on me, trying to steal my wares, and so of course I murdered them all.
I whip out my handy little map because like while we were like around our campfire, like we like part of it's in blood and like all this other
Yeah,
stuff.
you guys were able to like compare notes and kind of construct a map of the situation.
Yeah, so like I think we're around here, somewhere in Nightcloaks. What probably?
Yeah, just like on the edge of Nightcloaks, basically.
So I think we're here. So we either try and go through like the outskirts of tomes and ledgers, or we keep going through Nightcloaks over to spell components, but then we are gonna run into the hunters.
What is the X again, Matt? Under spell components?
Hunters.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
that's like the hunter camp. So you heard there was like a camp of people like basically hunting or fighting against the roving bandits in the Badlands.
we could try to-
Well,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. No, I was just gonna say, based on your stories, like there's a few like little X's in the Badlands area where like there's like a camp or a grouping of these sort of bandits. Like that's where they've been spotted, or that's maybe where like a base of operations is.
So I think we're gonna have to slowly take our time and probably scope it out.
We could head north. There may be an exit out that way.
You recall, right? There is an exit from the toward the loading dock, but that's the one that Harry Flanagan had lost the key for.
Thanks, Harry.
Boy, I mean, I got a lot on my plate.
Well, if we find the key, we don't have to go out the front door. Maybe it would be easier to find a key. Gale, perhaps you would come with us to the back exit, rather than pursue your path to Checkout City.
Are you, as a duly authorized employee of the store, are you saying I can exit via a means that does not require me to purchase these goods?
And Harry's just like,
Oh, hey, hang on. If you're gonna leave with this stuff, we've got to send you out through the checkout. That's the only way.
I mean,
Is there even a checkout counter to pay at?
Oh, I've heard tell of a haven, right? A checkout city they've constructed near the exit, near the main entrance and exit. But it's I mean, I haven't seen it myself, but that's what I've heard.
Ah, yes. In times of strife, the most important thing is to set up a checkout city.
it's in the it's
Don't
in
worry
the
about the
employee handbook.
food. Yeah.
It's right under the clause. It says you're not allowed to sue the company for damages. Yes, so I'll, as experts in this place, I'll leave it to you. But I'll need you to keep these nasty customers off of me. Keep them away.
Keep them away for you or your stuff?
Yes, the items. I mean, I can take care of myself, but don't let them break any of my things. Some of these were very difficult to locate.
So, you guys can pick a route out of here, right? Which
Mhm.
way do you want to go?
I mean, Hunter sounds fun. Get some good practice.
Just like looking for a fight. Okay. So you can kind of still like utilizing the catwalks, right? You can make your way around Nightcloaks and go straight to Hunters. You could cut through Nightcloaks, all up to you.
What are the squares in Nightcloaks?
There's like a row of these like watchtowers. You see off in the distance, like there's torchlight burning and like kind of a haphazard pile of tables and shelving and different items, and almost like guard towers kind of set up along the border there.
And we have no idea who set them up.
You have no idea. Yeah. I mean, you've heard that the Nightcloaks were people that were on the night shift.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you know.
What do you guys think? Do we go up into the catwalks, or we take our chances on the floor?
Let's go into the catwalks.
Okay.
I'm not the smart one here, but how am I going to carry these 2 carts on the catwalks? And that's kind of racist that they're catwalks.
Yeah. Why can't they be something else? Why does it have to be a catwalk? That's any
Fine, it's the
nimble
lion walks then.
any nimble creature really. Gale will magically sort of she'll manage her carts and she's able to like cast telekinesis and lift them up and down.
She's like, I only have a few of this level of spell slot today, so don't make me waste them all. We don't need to be going up and down a bunch. You see what I'm saying?
If we can find some rope, that would be good.
If you could be careful, I might allow you to try.
Okay.
I have like 4 jump ropes on me that I grabbed, like...
Oh yeah, you got
He just pulls out the jump rope.
just casual jump ropes. I mean, one of them is probably your personal one.
I have like a resistant band here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Well, I guess we can always make something out of sporting goods.
That's true. Yeah, if you can get to like furnishings, or you can get to outfitters, like a lot of these departments might have useful stuff that you can collect, but entirely up to you guys whether you want to brave the Badlands and even try to scavenge stuff. But you can sort of utilizing the catwalk system, kind of bypass the Nightcloaks area and head straight for the point on the map marked Hunters. As you cross over the Nightcloaks, indeed, you see like a almost a militarized presence, right? You see guards, a makeshift like stockade of wood and pieces of the store's furnishings and different, block anything that could be scavenged to construct like a little barricade wall, and then these little towers with like archers and crossbow users just posted there, kind of walking their beat, looking around. It looks really built up and dangerous. And they might be friendly, they might not, who knows. But you guys are sort of directly at this point, you cross through the maze of
I don't know what's going
not
on
catwalks,
with this
nimble creature walks.
Thank you.
And yes, and you find yourselves over the sort of maintenance ladder access in spell components, right? You can drop down and you can get to the hunter camp. And you do see like a camp. There are some makeshift tents and like a little fire burning. You see like a few figures kind of around the fire. So the decision is yours. What do you want to do?
Can we see anybody?
I say we go
You
to
see these few
Hunters.
figures. You see a couple of sentries like posted around the edges of the camp. So like they'll probably see you coming unless you are extremely sneaky. So I think the decision is probably on you guys whether you want to try to announce yourselves or whether you want to try to sneak in there.
So we can't tell if it's employees or not.
There's at least some of them are employees for sure. You think most of the people in the store, like most of these survivors, were probably at one time employees, and probably still like current employees in good standing. Just like the power structure of store management has collapsed, and so from the ashes they have built themselves a little camp, and maybe a new society.
I say we go to the camp.
Okay.
So sneaky or make yourselves known.
I
You
mean,
should
you gotta take a fight straight on. Like, I don't do sneaky. Like,
Run in like they do on like WWE.
I mean, we're not there yet, but maybe.
I mean, you know,
Hands up while the crowd's cheering.
Mate, are you saying you want like a big spotlight, a rock anthem begins to play, someone announces you? That's, mate, I mean, you're living in the past, mate. When was the last time you actually wrestled?
Was it 8 a.m.? There was a giant
I mean, really
dragon.
wrestle for a purse, wrestle for money.
Well, none
wrestle
of you
for a crowd.
cowards will fight me, and I've held on to this belt for weeks. It's hard to get days off, do full-time wrestling, and work in sporting supplies. I'm doing the best I can. I work out 12 hours a day. Like, my clock is full, and
Hey, how do you find? Are you working out on the clock? How do you find time to
How do
sleep
you-
or eat?
I've taught myself to do push-ups while I'm sleeping.
I don't believe that. That's not. No. You've
See, sit-ups I could understand, but push-ups, that's just no.
Which
That's where
one
I
of
draw
us
the line.
is bleeding? Who has the better
Hey,
training program?
you've gone loony. All right, so you just want to stroll up. Hello, we're adorable bunch of misfits of varying talents. So, I mean, I'm fine with that. Yes, I as well. Let us be forthright. If they are our enemies, we will simply slay them all.
Do we have our bass so we can have some music?
You
While we
do.
scroll it.
Yeah, Bones has the bass like slung over his shoulder still at the ready.
He might actually even suggest that perhaps I should go in with a little lick to show them our intent. And maybe there's a musician among them who would want to join me in future band endeavors.
Right, I love that idea.
Yeah, so you sort of Bones in the lead loudly announce yourselves, right? You are obviously making your way toward this camp, and you see the sentries kind of two of them like come together. One of them runs back to the camp. Like you see like a group of folks kind of moves out to greet you, and you see like kind of in just very like bare survival mode, right? A lot of these people are wearing like patchwork clothing, and it seems like they've scavenged armor and weapons. Some of them, like for the only about 22 hours that this event has gone on, like some of their stuff is just inexplicably rusty, and their clothes are like worn away to nothing in some places. Just like this haggard group. You kind of see like a lot of them are maybe sick or something. They're like tremoring and just very like shaky. A lot of them sort of thin with hunger, gaunt almost. They kind of look at you warily, but they will lead you to the sort of central like fire ring. There's a big bonfire going. There's a bunch of the folks kind of standing around. And you see this like kind of large hulking form almost steps forward, and you Gary, you recognize this kobold. You see this huge kobold who you had just like basically sucker punched before, right? You jumped down, like dropped the hammer on him, didn't even see it coming. You see, and he's like he pulls down the hood of his cloak, and you see, this huge kobold just says, well, look who we got here! Come back for another round, have ya? And you see, like, around him, right, while some of the hunters are store employees, the vast preponderance of them are kobolds. Many of them much smaller. Right, well, if you're looking to join our little group, you gotta take a shot at the champ first, mate. That's the law. It's the law of the hunters.
I get to beat you twice in one day. Sweet.
He just takes off. He starts like taking off his shirt. He probably was already shirtless under the robe, just ready to fight.
Please tell me he's not greased up.
He's so super greasy. Kobolds are kind of like dragon adjacent, scaly, and but like he's like in the firelight of this bonfire, just like he's like soaking wet, right? Greasy and oiled.
I need my character sheet for that.
Ready to go. So he leads you over to this little ring of stones and says, "Bro, the law of the kobolds is there can only be so many, and so if you want to stay, you gotta kill me. Present for yourselves a champion." He picks up a big sword and steps into the ring.
I mean, clearly it's me, guys. Like,
It's the only.
none of you lift.
Go right ahead, my dude.
Okay. So you.
I hope they both could die.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Can
be
you
looking for
wait
snacks
until I
while this
walk
all
away?
goes down. Just like I'm gonna watch this show.
Looking for snacks. Make an investigation roll. Look, see if you can find any snacks.
Does anybody have any popcorn?
One of the other
7.
turn to Onyx and say, "No, we have jerky. Do you eat? Do Warforged eat meat?" He's just like chawing on this big kind of leathery meat, which you have no idea what this meat is or where he got it.
Not today. It upsets my stomach.
Okay, that's more for me. Quite delicious. So yeah, you see, he's like one of these. They're all kind of like weird and sickly, just like tremoring and strange.
Can I do
Some
this on
malady
myself?
afflicting them. But you, Gary, you step into the ring with this enormous kobold, and he says, "Bro, I'm the chief of the kobolds, and you're gonna face me." And he just like, as soon as you cross the threshold, like he's gonna fight you. Roll initiative.
All right, it's on. 10.
Oh, he goes first.
That's
He's
fine.
gonna make great sword swings on you. What is your armor class? That is
18.
Oh yeah, you're hard to hit, right? You're heavily armored.
My wrestling
okay.
speedo is chainmail.
Yeah, he's only got a +4, so that's a 16 and a 17. So neither his first 2 strikes, you can parry his shots aside. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna claw him.
Okay.
Dun, dun.
His AC is pretty bad.
19.
Yeah, he's only he's
I think it's
basically
time
not
for-
armored, right?
I think it's
Yeah.
time for the holy hand grenade, and
Yeah. It's short one shot. Leave it all in the field, my dude.
I'm going to divine smite my claw attack.
Yeah, you are.
So hold
Oh,
on.
that's fun.
Yeah, it is. And then I will inspire my group from that. 'cause
From
I'm
this
a glory.
amazing
So I'm gonna
Display.
Yeah, I'm gonna pump up the group. I didn't actually think I was gonna divine smite. It's what a D. Is it 3d6?
2d8. 2d8
Yeah, it's D8s, right? 2D8
Two.
for a
at
level 1 spell slot.
on a first level slot.
What?
I love this music. I love
Okay.
the thought that in this apocalyptic zombie survival hellscape, the store PA is just playing this like.
10 damage with the holy claw attack.
Okay.
Just some nice elevator music.
He staggers from the blow. Like he talks a big game, but is not that strong of an opponent.
Where is it? And then... Divine harness, divine power. And that's it. I just get the one attack.
Yeah. Yes. So that was 10 total. That was the claw and the smite.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Still on his feet, but suddenly like way worse for wear, right? Like you just like land this huge hit. He was not expecting that at all. He's gonna strike you. Oh, okay. That's gonna hit, right? A 20 naturally and a 23. So he kind of, I think, going into fight or flight, right? Oh, this is actually serious. He deals you 12 points slashing damage, right? He takes that blow, returns the with a couple of greatsword, or a single greatsword strike, and then he deals you another 8 points of damage, so 20 total.
Ow.
He hits pretty hard. He's looking hurt
Holy
though.
crap.
So, yeah, this is the wasteland. It's kill or be killed.
So I have 8 points left.
So before we proceed to the next round, does anyone else want to do anything? Right? You see, like the group of kobolds and these like kind of starving hunters are kind of like whipped into a frenzy. Right? They're cheering. One of them is like cutting his chest with like a shard of metal, just flying into a blood rage. Yeah, he's like excited. Yeah. I'll actually say everyone who's not fighting, make for me a perception check.
Paladin. Glory.
7.
It seems real scary.
15.
22
15 is good. With 15, yeah, you see one of these guys like they're clearly like trying to whip themselves into some sort of a frenzy. And you notice, I think, Bones. You see, like, one of these guys who it was the guy before that offered Onyx the jerky, kind of chawing on this weird hunk of meat. He looks at one of his buddies, and you hear him just like over the or like buried in the mix of all these the shouts and excitement of the fight.
I don't think I can do anything.
Just
bonus
says,
action.
These survivors, we're gonna eat well tonight, right? Look at them. They're all plump and juicy. They're gonna be delicious. We're running low on our special meats.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, that's what this is. Okay, so now it's back to Gary.
How many of these kobolds are there, by the way?
There are probably a dozen kobolds and maybe 4 or 5 of the like kind of frail-looking humanoids.
Are the frail-looking humanoids are the store employees?
Yeah, a lot of them are store employees.
Okay.
Actually, all of them would be, yeah.
Alright, I'm going to lay on hands me for 15.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do Peerless Athlete, which buffs me as a bonus action. I can't do anything till next turn with it. And then I'm going to suplex his ass.
Gotcha. Okay. So he is going to close in. He's going to try to make 2 more strikes. Oh, that's not going to hit. That's 8. Nope. And that's a 18. So one of them just hits you I rolled a 1 on the damage. So he only hits you for 4. So yeah, you're definitely in better shape than you were last round. He, I think, staggered by the damage that you took. He's kind of like lost his footing, a little bit wobbly. So back to the group. If anyone has anything you want to do, let me know.
Yeah, I immediately point my shovel at Jerky Boy, right? Having heard that they're thinking of eating us, and he doesn't even Bones doesn't even say anything. He just points his shovel at him and strikes a note, and he tolls of dead him. It's a toll of the dead.
He dies instantly. He's so weak. You don't have to roll. Yeah, you see this guy like, and he just and you hear like He's like this resounding gong sound in his brain, and he just like kind of crumples. And they kind of look at him like, people die around here all the time.
What's my jump? Hold on.
I'm gonna point the shovel threateningly like at him, and that's what like kills him. And I'm gonna point the shovel at all the rest of the humanoids and just kind of like
yeah,
give him like you know what I mean?
Yeah, make a intimidation check.
What is Gary's strength? 16.
This is not gonna be good.
Uh-oh.
8.
16.
Oh no. They think like the ins and outs of living in the wastes. People die all the time, and like it's not that scary. It's not that threatening.
And he looks like gauntly. Like Bones looks like he hasn't eaten in days either, right? So he's not like a scary looking guy at all.
He looks like he'd fit right in, right? Like
yeah.
One of them comes up to you, puts his arm around you, and says, "Brother, a new position has just opened up in the hunters' camp. If you'd like to step forward." Anyone else? Otherwise, it's back to Gary. No? Okay, Gary. What do you got?
I'm gonna attempt to grapple.
Okay.
A 10.
10 total.
Yeah.
His athletics is pretty good.
Well, that was attack roll, right? First, or do we just do straight?
Oh, just make a strength check, right, or athletics check, and I'm gonna also make one.
21.
Oh, that's way better. Okay.
I got an advantage.
He had a 17. So he's a beefy boy, but you are stronger, and you are able to describe to me what sort of a hold you put him in.
I want to do like a final fight, like the Hagar, like pile driver, jump straight up.
Okay.
Because I get bonus to jump also.
To jumping, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So he's gonna struggle and try to break out of the grapple. So make for me one more athletics check, again with advantage. Oh, I don't think it's gonna matter. That's a 10.
Yeah, 24 was the high.
Yeah. So you see like his arm kind of starts to go limp. You're choking him out a little bit, but you've got him squarely. Describe to me how you finish this guy.
Got him on the ropes.
Yeah, so I jump straight up and then put his head like between my legs and do like a 360 spinning down a la Final Fight and just
I think you're in Zangief territory now. Yeah.
I mean, either one of those will work. With like holy flare coming off me just to make it sparkly.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of hit points left, so I'm pretty sure you can just like roll your normal attack damage. I'm also going to roll 2d6 for fall damage for him. That's real bad. That's 10. That's enough to kill him regardless of what damage you do.
Oh, did I snap his neck by accident?
You fully land on him. He
his head explodes.
Yeah, if you were trying to do like a wrestling move where like you cushion the blow a little bit, like oops, you messed up. You fully like snap his neck, his brains kind of ooze out his nose. Just like ooh, it's gory. You see like the fire scene, right? Like all these like cheering and dancing people, they kind of like mouths drop open, their eyes go huge. They look at Gary, and one of them, this few moments of silence, maybe just a little uncomfortable, and you kind of look around, and one of them's like, "A new chieftain!" And they rush you, right? They swarm around you, cheering.
It's champion, not chieftain.
They're the same thing.
Okay.
The champion is the chief hunter, the leader of the village. The one he's responsible for, administration and feeding his people. And we're running out of our special meat, so we're first order of business, right, chiefin? We're gonna go out on a hunt.
I mean, can't you eat him? As I take his belt off, not understanding that's not like
you
a
see,
wrestling
like
belt.
two of them are already like carving strips out of like the like fatty part of the back. Right, he's just like they descend on him like a meal. Okay. So
I'm gonna take his belt.
You
So now I have two belts.
suggest, hey, why don't you eat him? Take his belt. Okay, in the frenzy of the starving village of cannibals, definitely cannibals, swarming this guy. What do you guys want to do? You see Gale, and Gale's like,
We should leave. This is not a good place to be. use this opportunity.
I'm with Gale here. I like fighting as much as the next person, but I don't want to get eaten.
I mean,
Okay, so you have sort of another moment, right? While they're in this like feeding frenzy, where do you want to go? Like, if you're headed to, assuming you're headed to the checkout city,
Mhm.
what direction are you gonna go? How are you gonna get there?
South through apothecary services.
Okay, I like that. So there's kind of a straight line, right? You can basically go all the way to the south. You can get to Mordenkainenville, which is sort of the cheesy novelty wizard themed restaurant that's attached to the store. No idea what shape it's in, but that is fine. Okay, so you guys kind of slip away from this grisly scene. The kobolds and also employees feasting on the flesh of this other huge kobold. As another further donation incentive, we have to do something horrible to a Kenku, and so let's do that now. You see off in the distance, right? You see there's these almost similarly dressed to the hunters, right? Kind of patchwork gear, almost like Mad Max style, right? Like painted in strange ways with like pieces of shopping carts affixed to them as armor. You see like a group of these like shaved, shirtless humanoids like chasing down a Kenku family, and they are slaughtered in horrible fashion. They throw the bodies into the shopping cart and they push them off, and they're like cheering and celebrating. Thanks, guys, for donating. We've passed $500 raised, so well
Hey,
done.
not bad.
We'll take it. So
I was gonna say we should all donate anytime Robbie rolls a 1, but
Yeah,
we might end up having to sell our
I
respective
don't want
cards.
to. Yeah, I don't want to go broke here. But yes, Robbie. That's a great inside joke. Robbie's pretty famously
unless
rolling a
it's
one.
one of my joke characters, then I don't.
Yeah, like
Because Marley didn't
your
roll any
serious-
ones.
Yeah, your serious characters are notoriously terrible. Great. Okay. So you guys proceed through the wasteland. Describe to me what precautions are you going to take, assuming you're going stealthily, and assuming you don't want to be noticed by one of these roving bands of marauders. What are you going to do to not be discovered?
Is there anything in apothecary services that we can use to like increase like stealth or anything?
Oh, there's like potion brewing stands and all kinds of flasks. Most of the packaged items have long been picked over. Right, the shelves are bare, but the actual behind the counter stand, there's like something there. If someone is at all proficient in alchemy, you could attempt to brew yourself something like a potion of invisibility, perhaps.
Oh.
Gary's just full adrenaline and just see his
Just
parents were wrong. It is a career.
It is a career. Listen, I killed a guy and a bunch of people ate him. I beat the same guy twice, actually.
Bone gets the his parents were wrong thing.
Yeah.
I don't think your parents were wrong about that.
Is our lich friend good at apothecary?
I've dabbled. I won't be using any of my new purchases, but
Hey, you ask, so you get the bonus. She will kind of go over to the potion counter. A bit of this and a bit. Let's look. She'll pull out the little brewing cauldron, and just
no, that'll be interesting.
so she'll start the sort of conjure a little magical flame to start it boiling, and distill a couple of flasks of a clear-looking liquid.
It says, there's not enough to make some for everyone, but there is enough to use a couple of people in an entire situation. So
What is-
she'll
So she'll
It is a potion of invisibility. Drink it and we'll be able to pass unseen.
Cool.
but yeah, there was not enough to make doses for everyone. So
Well, it'd be suspicious if visible carts were just moving around the store anyway.
Quite right. Indeed. So, what is it? What is it to be quick? Move as fast as we can? Are we going to sneak? What are you? You're all the you know this place better than I. What's to be done?
I think we should run.
Bones is wearing scale mail, so he's not, and he's got bones clattering everywhere. I
yeah,
think.
you guys are pretty loud, right? Okay,
We should just run.
just book it. Okay, fantastic. You
And if
take
I have
off running.
to clap,
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, so I'll make a roll, right? You're not being sneaky. And we'll see who notices you.
Holy Claw
and-
doesn't do sneaky.
I mean, as you shouldn't. Make an entrance. Make a statement. Oh no, you are super noticed. You, I'll say I'm gonna pick a random opponent from this table. Oh, it's a good one. It's a 6. A hulking ogre.
Oh my!
Like 12 feet tall, notices you, right? And he, through the sort of magic of the magical buying frenzy, he's been enchanted. He has this tiny little shopping cart, like a normal humanoid size, that he's pushing like very delicately with his 2 fingers. But it is piled with stuff, and he turns and spots you. You see like the craze in his eyes, and he lays eyes on those 2 delicious shopping carts full of extremely breakable items, and he just says, "Oh, those are mine. Those are mine now too." And he charges. So roll initiative if you would,
Yeah.
and we'll say we are coming up on just about 30 minutes to go. So within the distant field of view, right, you see the beams of light streaming in through the door. Morning has indeed broken, and the sort of lights of the checkout city are within view. So it is close if you wanted to try to make a break for it, but the ogre is sort of standing between you and it, charging.
so
I'm 14.
I got 13, but I have grease that we could try and spray on the floor and run
Ooh.
around them.
I got
like it.
6.
14.
Okay. Okay, so 2 14s. So who among Bones and Gary, or what are your dexterity scores?
10.
Mine is 12.
Okay, so Bones is first. The ogre is quite slow. He is last. He rolls a 2 with his -1. So he's after Ragnar. So first up is Bones.
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of hold my position. I'm gonna point my shovel at him and play a single note, the blackest of all notes, and I'm going to Ray of Enfeeblement him.
Oh yeah, he's a strength-based. What is your spell save?
Con 13.
Oh, that doesn't matter. That's a 5. He fails.
Yes.
He's enfeebled.
So a black beam of enervating energy springs from your finger towards a creature within range. On a hit, it only does half damage. What does that do?
It's he basically.
Oh, he only does half damage with weapon attacks
Yeah.
that use strength. Yeah.
Strength-based damage is half, so he's you basically took him damage-wise, took him out of the equation.
Sweet.
Pretty nicely done.
I think that's really all I can do. So that will be my turn.
Okay, it's to Gary.
I'm gonna
So
grab one of the
within your-
basketballs and just
Yeah, because of course you have a
overcharge
bag of
it
sporting goods.
with divine energy and try to guiding bolt it at his head.
Okay.
A la dodgeball.
What is the wrestling themed deity that you summon? Right. I picture the sort of smoke
André
and
the
haze.
Giant, of course.
Okay. So the
Yeah.
smoke and haze of the store, the clouds sort of part, a beam of sunlight descends, and this huge hand reaches down and gives that basketball a little push in the air. So make your guiding bolt attack. I will be
60.
amazed if you don't hit. Yeah, because he's just an unarmored ogre. Easily.
18.
So that hits 18 damage. Good gosh.
Oh boy.
Okay, starting off strong. Yeah, so this
I kiss my bicep after that, and give fist André the Giant in the sky.
The large black leotarded form gives that extra boost. The ball charged with divine energy sort of crackles and explodes as it hits him. You hear the dinging of a bell. You hear the scream of a crowd. Spotlights kind of sweep around. It's just like a promo intro or something. Amazing. Okay, it's Onyx.
Yeah, I'm streaming it, so yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to roll grease. So slick grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square centered on a point within range and turns into a difficult terrain for the duration.
Yeah,
so
it's a good one.
Yes, because I thought it would come in handy. So the where is it?
On your sheet you should have a spell save DC.
It is 12.
12. Okay, so I need to. It's dexterity. So I gotta roll. I gotta roll a 14. Cool. That's a natural one. Nope.
Oof.
Nope.
So her two fingers have and you just see little tubes sticking out, and all this grease just shoots out right in front of him.
Yeah. Amazing.
Runs into it and falls prone.
Yep, you create this oil slick. He just face plants in it. He tries to stand and he falls again, he's rolling around in it, totally covered in grease. Incredible. He's now prone, so melee attacks against him get advantage. And gosh, it's a melee fighter's turn next. Ragnar, what are you doing?
I'm gonna get in there and swing with my axe.
Yeah, I'm gonna murder him. I'm gonna straight murder him. Do it. Give me attack.
The rage has been building the last 24 hours. Just
yeah. His AC is only 11, so go nuts.
18.
Yep, super hits. Give me the damage.
Give me 1 second.
No worries, man.
7.
7 total, okay. And you're, I can say if you want a bonus action rage before your attack, you can.
Why not?
And so you can also add your strength modifier again to that damage.
Which should be 3. So that's
Plus
gonna hurt.
Okay, so 10 total? Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. So the ogre stands up. He slips and slides around. He kind of is able to stand, but he's having a real hard time of it. He's just gonna take a big slashing swipe at Ragnar, who's right next to him. But you're raging, so he's also enfeebled. You're gonna take 1/4 of this damage, which is
I'm gonna use my
hilariously.
reaction to intercept it.
Why don't you just make him? Why don't we just say he does no damage? How about that? How about he's
my bicep stops 8 of the damage from going through.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this huge hulking ogre, right? Sick, disgusting, necrotic energy clinging to him, and then Ragnar just standing like a stout little dwarf, ready to like, tussle. And he is just like having the worst day that an ogre has had. Right? He's all covered in grease. Everyone knows that ogres really hate getting slippery. They just don't like it. So he deals 12 points of bludgeoning damage to you. Halved because of rave enfeeblement, so 6, and then halved again because you're raging. So he deals 3 damage, which Gary is able to like just get in the way and take his little baseball bat and catch the fist as it tries to slap down on you, and he does nothing. My ogre does nothing. It's back to Bones' turn.
Oh, sweet.
Amazing. What a worthless fight. It's for a good cause.
Hit me harder, you wee pansy.
Do I even want to make his?
Oh, that's so
phase
mean.
work?
That really hurts my feelings. My body's injured, and also my spirit too.
You can't break character during a match. Like,
What the character? What are you crazy? This is you're trying to murder me. This is my life.
Never mind now, friend. You've cast your die. Now it's time to see it through to your death.
Yeah.
I'll read you a good eulogy.
Oh,
And I'm gonna cast Bane on him.
Okay.
So give me a charisma save.
His charisma is not good either. Man, okay, he actually does save that. It's a 19 naturally.
Boo.
So that's
Okay.
a 17. Unfortunately, you don't get to just do everything you want and nothing happens, and I don't get any fun. So
I was trying to ruin his day even more, and I failed. But that's okay.
It's pretty. If you want, you can also flick a cigarette and set him on fire at the end.
No, I've used my one cigarette move.
You only had
For
one.
session.
To be
Bones
fair,
has to buy
there's one
him-
person you haven't set on fire yet.
Bones has to buy singles only. That's all he can afford on the band salary.
He bummed that from Grave Robber before the
Yeah.
set started. He's had it by his ear for the last 12 hours.
Fantastic.
That's my turn.
Yes. Okay. It is Gary again, and you having intercepted, right? You're right up on him, so you can make melee strikes if you want.
I'm gonna try putting him in a full Nelson, so everyone else can punch the living crap out of him. So,
You can just wail on him. Yeah. So just grab him, hold him down while your friends murder him.
yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
So
Just make a grapple check. So athletics, and I'll roll. He's got good athletics. He's got a +6.
12.
12. Oh, this is just bad roll town for me.
Just
4.
so,
It's a
like-
4 +6, so it doesn't do it.
Just-
Greased up and slippery, you still manage to get him in a hold. So yeah, that's it. So it's back to Onyx.
Onyx. How close is she? Is she like pretty close?
You can
to
be
him?
within 30 feet. So
Within 30 feet?
you got space to move up if you want to get right up on him.
She's
There's room to
gonna-
do that. Yeah.
She's gonna get close to him because she's gonna firebolt might hurt Gary. So she's gonna run up and do an unarmed strike, punch him right in his chest.
Okay.
Okay, so 22
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
and 2 damage.
Additional 2. Okay, yeah, he's looking very hurt at this point. He just says, "No, I just wanted all that nice stuff. Why are you guys trying to murder me?" And you see, Gale has kind of taken this defensive position by the carts, just
Keep him away. He'll touch none of my precious trinkets.
perfect. It's back to Ragnar. He's on the ground, still. So melee strikes with advantage if you decide to do that.
Oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take a swing at his neck.
Please don't roll a 1.
He's rolling, not you.
Yeah.
I'm grappled with him though.
Yeah, you don't want to murder Gary by accident.
Would be really sad.
I rolled a 7.
7 total? Nah, that's not gonna cut it, unfortunately.
How the fuck
Yeah,
did I miss?
somehow. I don't know. It's a good question. I think fighting in a puddle of grease, maybe. Yeah, you take like a weird footing slip, and your swing goes just wide of his head. You see the fear in his eyes. I was like, oh, that almost took my head right off. Yeah, he just says that. Ooh, that almost took my head right off. What's wrong with you guys? Okay. That's the end of the round. It's the ogre again. He's going to pick up. No, he's grapple. He's gonna try to break out of the grapple.
All right.
What is your? I guess you make an athletics check for me.
24.
Gary. Oh,
Oh.
my God. Come on, dude.
Oh
Nope.
my god.
I'm a
He's still-
wrestling paladin. Like,
He goes. I'll say it right for the wrestling flavor, right? Like he slips out of the lock. He goes to grab you, and then you reverse it back, and you just drop him, right? Like straight down on the ground again.
Oh, is he prone?
Yeah, so he's down prone again.
oh.
He kind of flails helplessly, but yeah, he's totally at your mercy at this point. So back to Bones.
Bones is gonna walk over to him, and place a hand on his chest, and inflict wounds on him,
Oh yeah,
and
we
just
know where
try
this
to
is going.
just try to end it.
yeah. You see, oh, you kind of glance over your shoulder, and you see Gale like in the background, like
Yes, yes. corrupt his soul.
Oh, that's
Corrupt
a
is- sounds like a
17
good-
plus 5. So.
yeah, easily hits.
All right. Do I have enough D10 here?
Inflict wounds is so much damage too. It's
It's
crazy.
so unfair at level 1. Oh, that's horrible. 19 points of damage.
Ooh, yeah, that's more than his 45 hit points. You describe what is the like dark energy?
Yeah, so-
as you claim the soul of this poor ogre.
So Bones goes and puts his hand on his chest, and he starts pushing, and the flesh begins to just decay rapidly. It like putrefies. And he pushes and he pushes and he pushes through his chest, grabs his heart and pulls it out as his body just starts to rapidly decay, like all around him.
Oh man, disgusting.
Like,
No, he's not gonna eat it. He's not there yet.
he's not there
He's
yet.
not-
It was just like
yeah.
like a big old
He's not-
bite out of the heart.
He's not like bloodthirsty. He's like fascinated by the beating heart in his hand, right? Like it's like a fascination. It's not like a,
It's like a weird psychopath fixation
Yeah.
with it, not a like I'm gonna eat
I
it. That'd
kind
be
of want to
weird.
grab the heart, put it back in, and cure light wounds so the match lasts longer. Like,
Extra time. Unfortunately, yeah, you don't think even your André the Giant inspired healing will be able to bring this guy back. He is super dead.
he is the strongest of gods.
He is the god of strength and also drinking a million beers.
I'd like
So-
to also think that as I'm holding his heart, like I cast gentle repose on him, so he can't come back as a zombie.
Yeah, okay, good call. You see Gale is just like,
Oh, such high hopes for you, and you squandered it. You're wasted.
No, I like him better dead. I like him better
Mortal.
like this.
Mortal's always weak. You can't stomach the truest, deepest of evil. It's disgusting. Anyway, let's be out of here. I want nothing else to do with the rest of you.
and she starts like wheeling the carts
I take
toward the
his belt
checkout.
too.
Oh yeah, now you have another belt for sure. I'll say more of a loincloth than a belt,
Yeah,
but still.
they'll be
you can-
combined into a new like world championship. belt,
Yeah,
the 3.
It's like, yep, it's the You're the unified title holder at this point now.
Oh, great! So now there's just like a putrefied ogre, naked ogre, just exposing himself to the store.
I have my fans eat them, like the followers of Holy Claw will clean that up.
Amazing. Well, at the very last moment here, before you reach the checkout city, we've crossed our last donation incentive, we've raised more than $1,000,
Yes.
which is fantastic. Thank you so much, everyone, for your generosity.
Yes,
as-
thank you.
As a reward, you see this there's the checkout city, right? A fortified sort of barricade. There seems to be like one entryway where like a bunch of the zombie customers are being funneled through, and you see like there's some sort of magical glow emanating from beyond the barricade there. On the way, though, you see like grisly murdered bodies, right? You see probably the hunters, or probably the maybe the ogre himself did some of this, but the raiders of the Badlands. You see just like bodies impaled on spikes, almost in like along the route to the checkout city. And oh gosh, they're all Kenku. Like probably every member of the store's staff has been murdered who was a Kenku.
Oh my god.
So it's just like feathers everywhere.
Disgusting. Yeah, like it's terrifying. But hey, we met every donation incentive, so
They'll never get to
wonderful.
Skytown. That's all they wanted. That's
Nope.
all they wanted.
Hey, honestly, like we'll take I don't usually like to reveal all the secrets behind the DM screen. If you guys had gone to Skytown, Kenku are notably not. They have no fly speed, right? That is actually in the player's handbook or in the monster manual that they dream of flight. And so there was definitely going to be a fight ring style scene in the Skytown, but where it was you versus Kenku and someone has to die, right? So if you so the Kenku and you fighting on a ring where
It's like elevated.
an elevated, right, like a Flash Gordon
Ooh,
swivel
that would've been
platform
sweet.
thing. So like definitely the flightless birds were gonna fall to their deaths. So hey, it could have been worse. Could have been worse for these Kenku. But hey, okay, so I have to check the poll, right? So as you guys approach the sort of the checkout city, right? The poll question I put up for the campaign was,
Does the lich kill us all?
well, no, ultimately, should the party succeed or fail in their goal, right? That's pretty simple.
I mean, I became champion, so
I mean, your personal goals, fine, you succeeded. You're the unified title holder, but with a resounding 875 to 25, people voted for success, and I just have to question what is wrong with you people that you want these idiots to succeed, and I don't understand it. But I am duty bound as a DM of my word to bring this to a successful conclusion. And so you see the lights and shining sort of beacon of the checkout city. Gale sees you and says,
Well, it has been a tremendous pleasure. I do thank you for your assistance, but alas, I will need one more distraction to get through that.
and you see like there's like a wall of humanity, right? A wall of all these people in their carts just kind of like pushing toward that little exit. They're all just like funneling into this tight area. And so you see Gale, like her skull head, like her jaw dislocates, falls open, and she emits a scream, right? An otherworldly sound. And then she turns invisible, and you see two little shopping carts pushing their way slowly off to the side as the horde of zombie customers turns all their heads on a swivel, and they see the party there, delicious and fresh, and they start rushing toward you. So, in this moment, and understanding that the donation gods have spoken, how do you each, how do you employ your abilities to successfully escape this horde and make it out of the store? So we'll do it from our initiative order, right? We'll start with Bones. What does Bones
Oh
do?
my god. So I'm gonna of course bust out the shovel bass. And I'm gonna play the sickest riff that has ever been played on a one shovel. It's just like a it's just open notes the whole time. Like
Yeah.
That's it. Like, but he is just
It's
like
almost like a monotone, indistinguishable.
yeah, and it's droning, and he is just confidently like strutting forward, like just super power stance, right? And I'm gonna channel divinity path, like the path to the grave, and I'm just gonna create like a path to the
Yeah.
grave, like as I
Moses
stride
style.
forward.
You're through the power of death metal.
Yep.
Just gonna part this sea of zombies. You see, like you actually see some of your, you recognize some of your bandmates have somehow gotten shopping carts and are part of the horde. And you see, like, you start this amazing bass solo, and you see, like, the grave robber is in the group, and he has a cart full of stuff. And he throws up the horns, and he's like, "Oh yeah, brother, yeah." Incredible. I love that image, just like wading into the group, like the zombies parting before you.
Yep.
Awesome. What does Gary, aka Holy Claw Schultz, do?
I'm gonna call upon the giant again and see if I can do the same thing, but with a dumbbell this time, and chuck it as hard as I can to clear a path for us.
Okay. So you see, like the sea begins to part. Gary, you take, I assume in your bag of fitness equipment, you also have like some dumbbells. You just chuck one as hard as you can. It tumbles end over end, radiant energy sort of spilling off of it. It impacts with a huge explosion. You see like shopping carts and bodies and stuff just go flying, and the path is beginning to clear, right? You think if you guys made a break for it, like you could probably push through. All the zombies are sort of staggered. Onyx, what have you got on deck?
I'm gonna be 10 feet in front of the party, and I'm gonna do Thunder Wave. So with Thunder Wave, a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must makes a Constitution save throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. So I'm helping to push the masses out of
roll
the way.
roll the damage for me if you would.
I picture André the Giant behind us in ghost form, just kind of pushing
7.
us.
7 damage. Excellent. Yeah, you see, like as this wave begins to part, Onyx like rushes forward. What do you use to cast Thunderwave? Do you have like a device that you've made, or?
We'll say like little speakers like pop up out of like her pauldrons. You just hear like
your little onboard stereo system.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. You see a couple of little Kenku survivors have somehow made it, and they see this opening, and they're like, "This is our chance!" And they go running, and then right before Onyx can even see them, like they run into your field of view, and you see these two little bird forms go flying out the door. Who knows what happened to them? They're probably dead.
It's D&D. This is what normal D&D is like.
But more importantly, most of the customers like are pushed out of the way. You think the path is clear. Ragnar, what do you do? What do you do? Take us home.
I'm gonna lead our way through, keeping my axe ready to swing at any possible zombies, just because, like, I'm done. I just want to go home. I want to have some mead.
One or two of them get like, they're kind of the ornery zombies. They get a little cocky, and staggered as they are, they kind of shamble forward to you like, "Oh, this guy, does he have some deals? I got some sweet deals." And you just like fully take one's head off with the axe. Excellent. You guys push through. You see like the two little shopping carts in invisible gale levitate themselves over the barricade and slip their way out into just the normal checkout, where even though this horrible situation is unfolding, like all the cashiers are there behind the barricade, like the checkout is functioning. Yeah, they're just like ringing these people up. And as you guys pass through the little entryway there, and you see like there's a row of like wizards and clerics with store uniforms. They have the little like perfect purchase vests. their little name tags, and you see like each one of them as the zombie with the cart like shambles their way forward. They cast like Dispel Magic and Greater Restoration, and you see the people like kind of right themselves and figure out, and they're like, huh, and they just like kind of go get into one of the checkout lines. So maybe that was the plan all along, is that this frenzy of zombie capitalism has produced exactly the result that it was designed to produce. You see Harry kind of following close behind you guys, just like injured and bloody, barely holding it together, but just like, oh, right, not bad for one day, 124-hour sale. I'd say we got a fair bit of pish posh out there, eh? But one more rhyming slang phrase? No? Nobody? Bish posh, give me the dosh? Give me the money!
No.
So nobody speaks halfling. It's hilarious.
I do slap him on the ass and say good game though after he does that, and like
Yeah, good game, buddy. Right, it's a bit not my thing, but sure, why not? Good game.
How
Good game.
badly injured does he look?
Oh, he's like bleeding, so like he was bandaged and was basically at 1 hit point the whole time. So
Oh, good. So I'm gonna hit him over the head with the shovel.
the inexplicably in this whole thing, as we close, right, as the official store clerics go through and resurrect any of the customers or employees that were murdered during this grisly scene, somehow Harry Flanagan, the bare knuckle boxing night manager, didn't make it out alive, and gosh, what a tragedy. But
Yeah. I was gonna say I hit him over the head, hit him to 0 hit points, and then I do the grave thing where I heal him for maximum because he's unconscious.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so you must knock him out to fully bring him back. So.
Correct. So I could have healed him for a dice roll, but instead I'm just gonna knock him out and then bring him back
It's
max
way
healing.
more dramatic if you kill him and then that's the time when you can best heal him.
Yep.
Incredible. So you guys exit your 24-hour shift. You will certainly receive overtime pay, but not hazard pay. You were never in any real danger. Thank you so much, guys, for playing. Thank you for having me. I had a blast writing this, and hopefully you guys had fun.
Thank you.
But hey,
I loved it.
well, good. For anybody who's still watching, you are. I'll post the link to the donation campaign one more time, just because there's no more Kenku NPCs for us to murder. Doesn't mean that we can't still donate to a good cause. So thank you so much, everybody who so generously got us to our $1,000 goal, and we passed it by I think $40. So that's it's a hell of an evening. So thank you guys again so much.
And I hope a couple people go out and look for some D&D games. With sort of everybody being home and COVID being a thing, all you need is some books and some dice, and then you just find some pals on the internet, and you can read your books and play fantasy characters and roll some dice with your pals on the internet. That's what we do, and we hope you guys enjoyed watching us do that for you.
And all you need is your imagination, right? You don't need to be good at doing goofy voices, as I have hopefully demonstrated to you.
Yeah.
Do not have to be good, just willing to embarrass yourself, I think. So, awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks again, everybody, and I think we can sign off there. But for the Gaming4Guts folks, thanks for having us, and hopefully we can do this again next time we do a thing.
Yeah, thanks very much for having us, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks for hanging out. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well,
I mean, I'm not happy about all the Kenku getting murdered.
I mean, I love it.
Yeah, you should be happy. You can still play a Kenku. We didn't hit that stretch goal. So
yeah, we didn't get to the you're not allowed
to meet in person to play said Kenku, so who knows when that's gonna happen? Like,
yeah, I mean, we can wrap it. We still got a couple minutes left in the slot, right? So I'll, if you guys have any questions, right, I'll totally answer any questions about the adventure or life in general, right?
Did Marley make it out?
Yeah, what
Did
happened to the
Marley
old
make it out?
characters?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I was. If anyone asked, I didn't really have exact backstories, but like they were probably just gonna be like either members of the random groups that you encountered, or like just dead somewhere.
Yeah,
But
so,
also like the store expects there to be a super high number of people to die, but then they have like their little cleric team go through and revivify or bring everybody back.
Or did someone buy Marley on accident? Because isn't Marley like a druid? Wasn't he sleeping with like the
That's
kittens? or
true.
something?
Yeah,
He was in with the Kins.
If he was wild shaped and asleep at the wrong time, like he could wake up in somebody's car.
yeah,
He did a
true.
lot of drugs last time we
Yeah.
played, so
he really got into the catnip.
Yep.
I don't know if it was ever explained, so maybe I'll take a minute to explain the setting, because the setting's fantastic. So when we were doing the one-shot idea prior to this, Matt took a poll. He had like a list of things that it could be, right?
Oh yeah.
And like pretty much unanimously, we all like one person had posted an idea that wasn't one of Matt's original ideas, and it was like, "Hey, I want to work at like a magical Best Buy, like a fantasy Best Buy," and we all pretty much went, "Oh my god, that's like the most
it's the best
hilarious
idea.
That's the best one ever."
Hands down.
So it
And
feels
it's
like
turning-
Matt, you've just been
turning out-
workshopping that idea. Like,
Well, yeah, like I have a couple more in the can, right? Additional little one shots where it's like, oh, like what about what does Black Friday look? And that was Nas, right? Our amazing guest player
Fragnar.
today, Fragnar/Ragnar. Yeah, Nas was like, yeah, dude, what if like Black Friday is like the worst day ever, and it's just like a bunch of like a horde of people just like attack the store, and like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. What a brilliant idea. So
Yeah, perfect purchase, Best Buy, right? We had to come up with a good name.
Yeah, it had to be,
I feel like that was the first thing we did in the one shot was like, hey, name the store, right?
Yep.
Perfect Purchase is a great name.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it
so
worked out
thus
really well.
was the setting born. And hey, we keep doing these little one shot adventures, and I'll have enough to publish a supplement full of stupid adventures in the Perfect
it's
Purchase.
gonna be a whole campaign book of
Endless holidays. It didn't come up, but I imagine there's like some sort of Easter analog, like a spring festival.
Oh god.
And Ragnar was gonna be like on some sort of like administrative sanctions or something in your file about how he had like raged out on like the kids' Easter egg hunt, and but
Oh my god, I feel like that'd be hilarious supplemental material, like in the manager's file cabinet, like all of our permanent files of working.
yeah,
there.
like
Yeah,
all
like
the all the
all
disciplinary
the
actions.
disciplinary. Yep.
And
we
someone
should have had art for the characters beforehand.
I'm
character
also.
portraits.
I mean, I love messing with Kenku, right? I love murdering them. But I'm a little disappointed you guys didn't revive the Kenku instead of murder him, because I had a whole list of little phrases for him to say, like I did the one. It was like, this call may be monitored or something, and so it was like. He had, would you like to fill out a satisfaction survey, or your concerns are important to us? Please remain on the line. An associate will take your call in the order.
So glad I murdered that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
I wasn't
tried to-
gonna heal him. You guys would have me murder him again. Then he would have died twice.
I mean,
I thought about
That's the-
casting Spare the Dying on him just to kill him again.
that's the great part with the incentives, right? It was like, even if you spare him, like obviously he's gonna die horribly at some point. But
I feel like when that's the case, it should just be like something like an anvil on the head kind of deal, you know?
yeah, like yeah,
Like
the
a
cloud
piano
part
falls
and-
on him.
yeah, for no reason. A semi truck, not a fantasy version of one, but like from our world, runs him over.
Yeah, well, that was random. Didn't see that one coming.
It's just sometimes it happens. It's
Yeah,
fated by the gods. What are you gonna do?
I didn't get a chance to use augury, but like my original character concept had a lot of augury like planned around it, which is like ridiculous, right? I don't even know how you play out augury. Like, is it just like, it's like a magic? It's like the fantasy equivalent of a magic 8-ball, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
My barbarian kept using that towards the end. I'm like, you can't keep doing like.
I think the best way to use augury is for characters where you're like, listen, DM, this guy is a deluded idiot, so I'm just gonna cast the spell and then like pretend like you're texting me the answer, but I'm just gonna make up a lie, and then believe the lie. Like it's way funnier.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But cool. All right. Well, that's the time. So we can hop off, and I don't know if you guys have more things. Are you guys doing like a 24-hour or like all weekend deal?
Oh, we did.
Whoa.
Most of the
Okay.
weekend. I can't do 24-hour streams anymore. My last
Okay.
one was, I think, last year for Extra Life.
It's
I did-
rough.
I can't do it anymore. Too hard. My body's like, I hate you.
Yeah.
So,
Dude,
I'd rather just spend the
too old
weekend.
for that
doing it.
shit.
Yeah.
I can't even sleep on a couch, let alone like miss like a couple hours of sleep. You know,
Yeah.
like
I can't have my very specific routine disrupted.
yeah,
so-
not even a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
okay with some disruption, but the 24 hours, like by the end, like my body's just so done at that point. And then I have to try and go and sleep for 4 or 5 hours, get back up so I can then sleep later that night. So my sleep schedule's not off. But yeah, you just like drag for days after being up for 24 hours.
It's like self-imposed jet lag.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is.
Pretty much.
Last year, Mark and I we like missed the end date. We were so slap happy. It was just like him and me talking, and everyone's like, you know, the time's over.
Yeah, you get in that loopy, like, borderline insanity stage when you've been up for too long.
Especially like
Yeah.
playing video games. Like you just get so frustrated. Or like me, I'll fall asleep like at my desk. People just sit there like I'm trying to game and I'm like nodding off and I'm like, oh god, like I fell asleep there for like 5 seconds.
Just a little blackout, just a little gaming blackout. It's
yeah.
it happens sometimes.
Sometimes you need it to recharge your batteries. Just power
Yeah.
blackout.
You just gotta micro sleep through it, and that way you gotta keep
Mhm.
doing it. Like I stupidly a couple WoW expansions, I would be like, all right, we're gonna stay up, we're gonna get to max level before I go to sleep. Like I'm gonna do the whole thing now, and I have my stack of 5-hour energies and my stack of drinks and food and whatever, and I'm gonna do it. And then like definitely fell asleep at the desk a couple minutes, like, oh no, oh it's bad. I gotta.
We
gotta
haven't
keep
seen
leveling.
we haven't seen Messer since. Like he went on a bender with 5. No, I'm serious. We haven't seen him. He hit level cap, and that was days
Oh, wait,
ago.
you mean for this
Yeah.
cycle?
Him,
Oh gosh.
because I'm like, Messer's
Maybe
out
he's
leveling me. That's messed
I mean,
up.
Cam's sober at least. That's the sign of the apocalypse.
Me
That's
and my
so good.
husband the other night, we were so determined to hit 60. We were like just barely like into 59. We're like, we're gonna hit 60 tonight. It'll be good. And then like 10 minutes later, like we're both yawning, like, can we just go to bed now? It was like 10 o'clock at night.
Oh my god, it feels so good not to have that monkey on my back. Just like there's no stress about that in my life. I'm just like,
Yeah,
I'm still
it's great.
shocked that you.
It's
are
great to
back.
not care. I love it. I don't miss it at all.
Just
But
worry
like for
about
the
what you're gonna
social
feed that
part,
adult
I thought
of yours.
you guys would be back.
No way.
Because without
mean,
D&D, like I don't know.
I mean, I now spend way more time running and planning and reading and thinking about D&D than I ever did, even doing like mythic raiding. So
I've filled up my time with miniature painting, which apparently is you don't need friends for. So just
yeah, that's
kinda-
potentially a way more dangerous hobby, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
he's
I
gonna
think
get
that
into
might be-
40k, and then
I don't need 40k.
then-
I got into Kingdom Death Monster. I may as well just like,
Yeah,
I may as well just burn down my bank account.
it's bad. It's real bad.
No,
yeah,
it's
but,
real
like,
bad. It's real bad.
The guild doesn't have enough healers, and people are pre-ordering my healing. I'm like, Dinah, we need more healers.
Listen, I got a calendar. You just put the raid slots on there. You don't need to sleep. You don't need to do anything else, right? That's fine.
I don't know. Ask
Oh my
Slim.
god, I
for
love
hire.
not having to deal with that problem.
Yeah.
Hi,
Right.
I'll tell you what. I'll heal myself as a blood DK. How's that sound?
Have fun
Yeah.
with that.
And that is that still a thing? Can you
I'd
still
like to
basically
I can
tank
still
with
solo
no
just
healing
about it.
required? Yeah.
How much
perfect.
is it to pet the cat, Slurms? Steph wants to know.
Donation incentive.
Um,
We're $40 over, right? So I feel like we've earned it.
5. We'll do 5. Which cat? I got 2 of them.
So many.
We got Midnight and Socks.
They're 5
Black
each.
cats are the best.
Pet the dog.
Midnight.
And then there's Jaeger over there, and then I got Socks and Midnight, and then there's the other 2 corgis somewhere in the house.
Whichever one is more demanding.
Oh, that... Well, that probably was Midnight. Well, Socks is now coming over.
Oh, Midnight reminds me of Celine, the Black Tabaxi, who was
Did she make it out?
She was a Deus Ex Machina to save you guys.
Here.
She was gonna, if you guys got in trouble, she was gonna kill whatever the thing was you were fighting. Just
Like that Jaeger just came over and like, I want attention now.
spear through the head. Aw, so adorable.
I love that every one-shot needs that Deus Ex Machina, right?
You have to, right? Because it can go so horribly off the rails, and you can be like, actually, you are fine for some
Right.
reason. Like,
No. you can't-
I mean,
I don't wanna-
let's-
Never mind what happened.
yeah, can't undo that. Undo, we're fine.
I mean,
know, the
that's the
hardest
only
part about-
reason Mordenkainen's in Curse of Strahd. Like, he's too powerful. Like, what? He thinks he's a deer? Why?
The hardest part about running a one-shot is honestly running a one-shot. Like, keeping it constrained to a short session, you know?
Yeah, we obviously we got out, but it's kind of like I always write way too much stuff, so I'm like, okay, I know I have like 7 or 8 stops along the way, and like we're never gonna get to all of them. So we're
Right.
basically just gonna go as far down the list as we can, and then once we get to like 30 minutes remaining, like the giant ogre is gonna pop out, and we're gonna have the end fight, and the rest is just gonna be like, and you escape.
I mean,
I
I
feel
was
like-
at 8 hit points for a while. I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
gotta have a-
I could have healed
gotta
you
have a
that whole
bruiser.
time, by the way.
Why?
He
I kind of
pegged
wanted.
you as like the heel of the group and just went, yeah, like,
I
we
mean,
need a
again, I was
gun.
just gonna wait. I wasn't willing to heal anybody until they were at 0 hit points because I just thought that was funny. Like,
Like really late healers here, guys. Don't worry.
what? That's like what a grave cleric does too. There's like they have some ability. What is it called? I gotta look this up.
I mean, they have Spare the Dying, right?
I don't think you want me to cast Spare the Dying on you. Eyes of the... No, Circle of Mortality. You restore maximum HP instead of rolling the dice with healing spells to a creature with 0 HP. There you go. I also learned Spare the Dying can cast as a bonus action and it has a range of 30 feet.
Which is nice.
Why I like necromancers. I'm just trying to raise a family. It's not
great
my
cleric.
family,
Yeah,
but a
they're just
family.
good. They're just good, normal folk. You know,
Yeah,
salt
yeah.
of the earth.
Check back with me when I have to deal with the goblin in a beaver onesie necromancer in a couple of weeks.
I would play this
Goblin
class
sounds
again,
awesome.
I think.
And he put like bones in the tail, like bonus skeleton bones in the beaver tail he carries around. Like,
It's gonna be amazing.
I love that idea.
but they're a good party. There's no way.
It's gonna be interesting because I'm playing a druid and we're gonna have a grave cleric and a necromancer. So I don't know if I'm gonna like throw snowballs at them like every
A
time
good
like they
I
do
saw what Joe
stuff I don't
did.
agree with. or
Joe
if I'm,
switched his character
no.
again,
make like flower art out of the snow and throw it at them.
which
like,
kept
we
me
should
up
do living
all
stuff,
night
so
last
that's-
night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Robbie, that's
yeah.
a Doctor Who thing, right? Like, what is good?
He went from grave
to
cleric,
an evil party.
which
The weird like such and such the destroyer is like your evil is my good.
to
that's
death
fine.
cleric.
That makes sense.
Dude, I think Grave Cleric is cool. I'm into this class.
Real fun.
Yeah.
The
I don't know what I
Raven
was
Queen
expecting.
pretty much got shifted to Grave Cleric. It used to be Raven Queen Warlock in UA, and they moved it over.
I'm gonna head off, guys. My dog needs out, but it was nice plan.
Yeah, dude.
Hello.
Thank you so much for
Hey.
coming along on this
Huh?
little
Thanks, Nas, for
adventure.
playing.
Yeah.
Set
man.
me on fire, so I
Anytime.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Not a problem. Anytime.
I don't know, dude.
Cool.
You and Slurms are like
I'm
I'm gonna
good
hit the Dusty Trail
characters.
myself as well, guys.
Yep,
Cheers.
same.
Thanks,
I'm gonna-
everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Nice.
Anyone
Nice
else?
meeting you. Nice gaming with you.
Yeah, it was nice getting
Yes.
with you guys too. It was a
Great
lot
to
of
meet you. Awesome job.
Thanks.
So,
I got suckered into horror games because it's that time of the night for Gaming for Guts, so that's fun.
I hope you have a spoopy time.
Yeah, turn off
So-
the lights and put on the headphones at max
Yeah.
volume.
Yep.
No! No!
And hold
Cuddle
that
up.
thing tight.
Yeah. Hold your Grogu, something like that. Whatever it is.
Yeah,
Baby
that's
Yoda.
not sticking.
Baby
at all.
Yoda. That's
Yeah,
the real
Baby
name.
Yoda. Yeah.
And Daddy Mando. I said Daddy Mando for life the other day.
Amazing.
Nice.
Cool. All right, guys.
All right.
Well,
Good night.
Take care.
Cheers.